Glued to a TV set, maybe a child who's terrified. Talk to them, get them to watch a movie or do anything else like helping to prepare food.
92.5 WFSX Estero. It's 6 o'clock on Southwest Florida's news and talk station, 92.5 Fox News.
This Wink News Update is presented.
Now, this is a Wink News Update.
I'm Corey Lazar with Wink News. 4 women have come forward saying a man tried to get them into his van. One woman says he grabbed her during her run and threw her in the vehicle. This happened in the Naples Park neighborhood of Collier County. The women range in age from 15 to 40 years old. Last night, Collier County deputies went door to door passing out flyers with pictures of the suspect. Also in Naples, the mayor's office tells Wink News leaders there will discuss a mask mandate on December 3rd. Back in July, the city declined to implement their mask mandate and chose to go with a public awareness campaign that strongly encouraged you to wear a face mask. The 48th annual Fort Myers Boat Show starts today. It was pushed back because of the weather. It's happening along the Caloosahatchee River in downtown Fort Myers from 10 a.m. to 6 p.m. today and Saturday. It ends at 5 on Sunday. It's $16 to get in. A man accused of sending text messages threatening a mass shooting is out of jail this morning. He was released late last night. Investigators say Joseph Devalier was fired from his job at the FedEx facility in Fort Myers recently. They say he made inappropriate sexual comments and slashed a table with a box cutter to try and intimidate someone. He's charged with 1 count of intimidation and sending a threat to conduct a mass shooting. The Lake County School District is expected to discuss new procedures for COVID testing on Monday. Any students showing symptoms would isolate, and a nurse would evaluate them for high and low risk symptoms. If they're both present, they would call a parent and offer a COVID-19 test. Southwest Florida is picking up the pieces from Ada. Cleanup is underway at Fort Myers Beach this morning. The storm washed sand up on shore and inside some businesses like the Cottage Beach Bar. The general manager of Sanibel Castaways says none of their beach cottages suffered damages inside thanks to putting up sandbags on the outside. I'm Corey Lazar. Wink News now.
Wink News Traffic.
A crash in Fort Myers at Gladiolus Drive and Beach Walk Boulevard, reported as a hit-and-run crash. Also, limited visibility on I-75 Alligator Alley as you're heading over to the East Coast. So starting from mile marker 100 all the way to 80, very foggy. I cannot even make out the roadways on our camera. So if you are heading over, really make sure to only use the low beams and watch that following distance. That's your up-to-the-minute traffic. I'm Sabrina Katz. Wink News now.
Wink Weather Authority.
After some patchy fog for your Friday morning, good-looking forecast for this afternoon. There is a slight chance for a stray shower, but most are dry. Mid-80s for today and into the weekend, which includes just a few areas of rain. Nothing widespread, not a washout, but just a few of us do get soaked. And then into next week, we're cooler, we're drier, breezy, with lows returning into the 50s and 60s. With Wink News, I'm meteorologist Matt Devitt, Weather Authority.
This Wink News Update is presented by Johnston Spinal Care, the leader in spinal decompression. Find them online at 596back.com.
Wink News at the top and bottom of the hour.
Blah, 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 blah. Gear up for the liberal loudmouths at work. Drew Steele, mornings on 92.5 Fox News.
Pandemic, market drops, elections. Don't let the noise and fear distract you. Where do you go for clarity in uncertain times? I'm Alfie Townsend, Southwest Florida's financial planner. For experience, advice on planning for retirement, visit savingtheinvestor.com.
It's open enrollment season, and MediShare is a Christian healthcare sharing ministry that saves most families about $500 a month. Google MediShare and see if it's a fit for you.
Rockstar Harley has over 300 Harleys on site, ready for immediate delivery. Finance experts on site to help get you approved. 0% APR on all new Harleys this week at Rockstar Harley.
Under credit and Sunday.
Hey, this is Papa, reporting that we're still getting a lot of calls from homeowners who were told they needed a new re-roof after Irma. Most of these folks had a few broken tiles that are obsolete. Our company has 2 warehouses filled with the older obsolete tiles that have never been used. If you think that you may not need a new re-roof, but only need to replace some obsolete tile, please call me for our free tile roof inspection. We may be able to repair and seal your roof to make it look new and beautiful, a lot cheaper than replacing the entire roof. If you call me for our free inspection, we'll place you on our proactive list, and in the event of another hurricane, you won't have to go searching for a contractor because we will automatically call you to see if you need assistance. Let me show you how we can clean and seal and protect your roof, pavers, and pool decks. On behalf of my sons, Casey, Gary, and Cody, call us at 945-2700. That's 945-2700, area code 239-945-2700. License CCC 133-1790. We're open 24/7, and you can call us right now for a free tile roof inspection.
Keeping your home and business cool is a struggle, but now you can be the insider on how it all works and how to keep it running when the heat is on. Join Matt and Justin from Island Air right here on Saturday mornings at 5 a.m. for the Island Air Hour, providing quick and effective solutions for commercial and residential air conditioning and heating systems. If you have a question about your system, you can call us right now at 239-747-1550, and we'll be glad to help. Serving Southwest Florida since 1972.
Dell Technologies just announced their Black Friday sale. They're releasing new doorbusters every weekday, plus up to 50% off cutting-edge tech for your business. There's no better time to upgrade your small business with the latest laptops and desktops with Intel Core processors, plus there's free shipping on everything. Yes, everything. Give Dell Technologies advisors a call. They'll identify the right tech solution for your business. Call 877-ASK-DELL or go to Dell.com/SB Black Friday. That's 877-ASK-DELL.
Carolers! That's the holiday spirit. Speaking of which, Simply Safe Home Security is having a huge holiday sale. Right now, you can get 30% off a new system and a free camera at simplysafe.com/holiday. That's 30% off the system U.S. News named the best of 2020. Simply Safe protects your whole home 24/7 with monitoring by professionals. The sale ends soon, so go to simplysafe.com/holiday for 30% off and a free camera today.
From 92.5 Fox News.
It's the stuff Southwest Florida is talking about.
It's Daybreak. Now, here's the guy at the epicenter of what's important to those of us who live in Southwest Florida. Drew Steve.
Well, good morning, Southwest Florida. Glad you are joining us on this Friday. I don't care what day it is, like numerically. I don't care numerically. It doesn't matter. Yeah, for Jake, it matters a lot.
Yeah, because this is a reset for the last one.
What do you mean? There was
Friday the 13th in March. You don't remember the whole entire state, the whole world shut down.
Well, no, trust me. I remember the shutdown because
this is a reset, right?
Yeah, because there's another one coming. We're getting ready not only to reset Friday the 13th today, but we're getting ready to reset, apparently, a shutdown, 4 to 6 weeks at least. We're going to talk about that coming up. You don't do this, right? You're not one of these Friday the 13th people, are you? You're not.
Who, me?
Yeah.
100%.
Oh,
yes, sir.
Don't do it. Listen, do yourself a favor. Don't listen to Jake. I mean, you're probably already doing this already. Don't listen to Jake the Millennial. Don't do it. Here's what happens on Friday. Let me teach you a little bit of a lesson. We're gonna get to some very important topics here today. First of all, Thanksgiving's canceled. Forget it. We're not having Thanksgiving. It's not safe. It's not safe for you to be with your family. Actually, as a matter of fact, if there are more than 2 people in your household, and you're planning on having Thanksgiving, split up. Somebody goes into the living room, somebody goes into one bedroom, put the dog out in the garage, do something, because now we're starting to hear more and more people, like the mayor of Chicago and in New York City, we got to stop this. We got to shut it down. We got to shut it down, everybody. No more Thanksgiving. I'm not kidding. Am I exaggerating? I don't know. You tell me. So that's coming up. And also, you know, we need to understand a little more about election fraud and how this is the fruition. Is that the right way to put this? What we're experiencing now is the fruits of the labor of the leftists in this country, Democrats, for many, many years. This didn't just pop, everybody. This has all been in the works. Oh, and by the way, some Trump victories in Pennsylvania and Michigan on that front. Man, I'll tell you what. I know everybody's trying to full steam ahead and trying to get Joe Biden into office as quickly as possible and transition and everything else. The media wants you to do that. Local, state, everybody. Fox News, everybody's telling you, listen, when Fox News is telling you, I'm telling you, we called Arizona, and I'm telling you right now, calm down. What are you doing? Why are you doing this? Why are you part of everything that's going on right now? Just stop it. But they're not going to. Look, there's a dirty little secret that's behind the scenes that one day will come out But let's just put it this way. Not everybody in newsrooms are conservative, even if you think they are. That's just a fact. Choose your friends wisely. What was that? I don't know if that was a movie. Choose your friends wisely. Wasn't that was that a Monty Python movie? I don't know. But anyway, 239-479-5592. Here we go, Jake. You ready? All right, here we go. Follow along with me. Look at me. Here we go. Friday the 13th will only be an issue if you make it one. If you start to worry and panic and think that on a Friday the 13th, bad things are going to happen, and where do I stand, and what is this ladder doing here, and what happens if this glass breaks, and you know what's going to happen, Jake? Do you know what's going to happen? What's going to happen is every bad thing in the world is going to happen. Everybody's looking at you. Everything bad is going to happen to you if you will it. It's Friday the 13th. It's a horrible day. And you're excited because we're doing a redo. Because you missed the last one. What am I missing? What's so exciting about today?
Because it resets the negativity from the last Friday the 13th.
So in other words,
At least I pray it does, please.
Oh, okay. So wait a minute. So what you're saying is the Friday the 13th today, it's really negating the negative of the last one, so it's actually a positive day.
Right, exactly. Because if you take a negative side of a magnet and another negative, they repel. So goodbye.
All right. So bye, Felicia. Is that what you're saying?
Exactly.
As far as Friday the 13th is concerned. Hey, how did you like that? Was that a very culturally relevant comment I just made about...
Maybe in the 90s.
239-479-5592. Listen, it's not a bad day today. So, all right. Let's see what else is going on today. Yeah, apparently we can't have Thanksgiving anymore. Thanksgiving is out. Here you go. Jake's getting all feisty. You didn't know that this was even coming this morning. You had no idea. You had no idea Thanksgiving's going to be canceled.
Well, I will be turkey comatose this year.
All right.
Try and stop me.
All right. Try and stop him. Hey, they might. There might be a knock on your door one day. Who knows? And by the way, anytime you want to comment, 239-479-5592. Here you go. Here's the story. Democrat Chicago Mayor Lori Lightfoot issued another lockdown advisory on Thursday. Cases spiking in the city. You know, there's cases spiking across the country. There's cases that are going up across the country. Now, are the deaths going up across the country? How severe are these cases? Are antibody tests coming back and showing people had the virus 3-4 months ago, and these are just antibody tests? I mean, what kind of cases are we talking about here? What exactly is because, you know, the goalposts always move. There's always some place that they were going to go to make things sound as if maybe, well, I don't know, maybe it's not as bad as, all right. I'll get to that in a second. Starting Monday, Lightfoot's going to impose a 10-person ceiling on gatherings like weddings, funerals, and other events, according to the Chicago Tribune. And a stay-at-home advisory for Chicago is going to go in effect on Monday as well. Calls on Chicagoans to do the following. Stay home unless for essential reasons. Stop having guests over, including family members you don't live with. Avoid non-essential travel and cancel traditional Thanksgiving plans. Cancel traditional Thanksgiving plans. What does that mean? Are you going to do that? Are you prepared? Now, here in Southwest Florida, people are looking at this story and saying, well, what are we worried about? We don't live in Chicago. Why are we even bringing this up? Well, because there's a couple of reasons. Number one, it is amazing how liberal politics make their way from the local to the national. You never know where a Biden administration might go.
All men and women created by go. You know the thing.
I mean, they're created by the thing. So, you know, you never know. We don't want to create, and that thing might be COVID. You know, we don't want to create more COVID, so we don't want to create the thing. And so I don't think he even knows what he's talking about. But I digress. So are you going to do that this year? Are you going to heed the left's call now to stop, and especially if in the state of Florida, we're going to start hearing more and more, everybody, about how there is an uptick in cases here and how we've got to do something. And with the holiday coming up and more holidays on the way and more family members that want to hang out with you, Maybe they want to be with you at a funeral, but they can't. Sorry. Is that what we're going to hear now? More calls from individuals. We're not talking about the governor necessarily, or even some of our state legislators or in local municipalities. No. We're talking about individuals who might have a problem with you gathering with family members and might want to, I don't know, say a thing or two about you with regards to how lousy you are. Maybe in the future they might remember you as somebody who was a COVID denier, like the president of the United States, who can't seem to get his act together when it comes to COVID and thinks it's no big deal. And, all the commercials you heard over and over again. No big deal. It's nothing here. Nothing to see here. Move along. All right. Which is so funny because the new COVID master, as it were, the new leader on the COVID-19 front, that would be Dr. Michael Osterholm, who is Joe Biden's COVID advisor, said not too long ago the same thing, that it's nothing to see here, move along, you guys are getting too crazy. And even Ron Klain, the new soon-to-be Biden chief of staff, if everything goes the way the left thinks, but hey, not so fast. We don't rush along here. Media doesn't get to tell the president he's no longer going to be serving after January 20th. We'll wait. Yeah, Ron Klain, who's the chief of staff now for Joe Biden, said the same thing. Nothing to see here. Everything's fine. It's actually in New York. You need to do more like what Mayor de Blasio is saying. And get out. Enjoy Chinatown. Enjoy the city. Come on. Don't worry about it. No, that's actually what happened. So there you go. Now, Mississippi governor's saying that if it comes to lockdowns, you got Michael Osterholm who's saying, hey, 4 to 6 weeks, everybody. It's going to be another 4 to 6 weeks of all of this, and you're just going to have to be ready for it. As a lot of people are saying, yeah, not so much. What exactly did he say? Do we have this audio?
When you look at the personal savings rate in this country, it's now gone from about 8% to over 22%. We have a big pool of money out there that we could borrow at the historic low interest rates by the federal government. We could pay for a package right now to cover all of the wages, lost wages for individual workers.
You getting this? All right. So this is Dr. Michael Osterholm talking to Yahoo News saying, listen, there's a whole pool of money out there. The interest rates are so low, we could borrow a ton of money to give to businesses that are shut down, to you when you're shut down because you can't leave the house for 4 to 6 weeks. Is that right?
For losses to small companies, to medium-sized companies, for cities, states, county governments, we could do all of that. If we did that, then we could lock down for 4 to 6 weeks. And if we did that, we could drive the numbers down.
Okay, I just got to stop. So we can drive the numbers down if we lock down again. And we got plenty of money there sitting in banks all over the world. And, there's the Fed could grab some of these pools of cash and low interest rates, and we'll just send it out, to you once again as you're locked down. We'll just pay you, no big deal. We can make that happen, right? Feeling good? Another 4 to 6 week lockdown. Joe Biden becomes president of the United States. Did you all know that? Well, Democrats did. Are you sure this is what you want? I'm going to bring something up that I thought was interesting just 20 minutes ago as it played on this station. And I listened to it and I thought, well, hold on a second. Boy, is there a big swath of America that's not being represented in COVID-19 cases. What are you talking about? What do you mean? Follow my lead here, everybody. Jake, when did this come out? This PSA, when was this?
Probably like 2013 or 14.
2000?
Prior to Trump's first.
Okay, 2013 or 14. All right. This played on the air a few minutes ago, and I heard it, and I thought, well, this is interesting. You should listen to this PSA once again, because it speaks volumes to where we are right now in this fight against COVID, lockdowns, The amount of cases that were constantly, the amount of cases, like every hour on the hour, we got to hear about cases. Although, no, it's the coronavirus pandemic cases are still up on, are they still there? Yeah, there's CNN still has it. It's like, it's panic porn. It just keeps going on and on and on. The number of cases and how it's going. And we're not clarifying deaths or anything else. We're just showing big numbers that people look at and they get scared and they don't make it in comparison to or relative to. And a lot of anecdotal stories about one individual, which is not indicative of everybody, but they run with it. That's just a fact. But listen to this PSA that played just a few minutes ago. And it's about hurricanes. We're all concerned about hurricanes. We just had that storm run through. You may have been affected by some of the flooding issues. We're always looking out for hurricanes. And I'm not minimizing how we should be prepared for hurricanes. But this was from 2014. And how interesting is this PSA? Listen to this.
Are you getting ready for the hurricane season? Here's a tip from the Florida Psychiatric Society.
Florida Psychiatric Society. You following this? Listen.
Think about the amount of time that people are listening to the weather and news broadcasts. One adult checking the news ought to be enough. An endless barrage of the news can add dangerously to anxiety, or sometimes it can do the opposite and make kids even indifferent to the storm. A child glued to a TV set may be a child who's terrified. Talk to them, get them to watch a movie, or do anything else like helping to prepare food.
Anybody find that interesting? Or is it just me? Did you pick up something in that? The Florida Psychiatric Association is listening to you saying, listen, you got to be prepared for hurricanes. But sometimes the news comes at you and it's story after story after story, and it's panic and it's tragic and you got to hunker down and this is what the surge is, and it just goes on and on and on. And they're even saying you got to watch your kids in front of the TV because they're going to be frightened. You've got to worry about your mental stability through all of this, because it goes on to say and talk about depression and talk about the concerns about people's emotions because of constantly being pounded and being in front of a TV with the stories and how horrific it is. And then you see pictures of calamities that have happened in the past and what could possibly happen. And you see the bald-headed guy from the Weather Channel. What's his name? The guy that nobody wants in your town that stands there. And you see this kind of CGI graphic of him being overwhelmed by water. And the kids are looking and saying, what in the world is going on? And they get panicked. And then your wife gets panicked. And then your kids get panicked. And then maybe somebody... Isn't it interesting how they bring that up? And isn't it very, very relevant to what is happening right now with COVID? How often have we been barraged? Kids have been barraged with the number of cases without any context. How many times we're hearing about the amount of deaths in the United States in comparison to the 300 million plus that live in the country, and what that means by percentage? You don't get that context. The horrific stories that we're hearing anecdotally about individuals that we're constantly getting. And I'm just telling you, the one thing that we don't get from somebody like a Dr. Fauci or Dr. Birx, who are virologists, is the psychological aspect of it. I'm just telling you that I have personal experience, and I don't need to go into any more detail, but to just say that being hit with depression and knowing what that is like to people that I love and people that I know in my family, and some of what is going on and some of my friends and the kind of things that they're going through, and the amount of depression, suicidal thoughts, medication that they've never needed before that they need now. Do we get to add those into the numbers? Because if you're planning on locking down again, we're going to hear a lot more stories. We're going to see a lot more kids who are not going to be with their friends right now. Over what? Like, what are the numbers? What specifically are we looking at? We got to stop the spread. We got to stop it. Well, We've done this before, and we know what happened. How many people didn't go get screenings for cancer? How many people are not going to get to see their parents before they pass? So I'm just putting that out there as well. I refuse to live my life in fear. I'm not going to do it. And I'm not going to let you make me fearful when I have enough information at my disposal to look at and examine and take my own time to find out what in the world is going on with everything, whether it is the election or whether it's COVID. I can do some research. I don't have to listen to you and your fear-mongering each and every day that will have people in your family and people that you know and that you love contemplating things that they never would contemplate in their life because of all of this. I'm not doing it. And it doesn't mean you can't make a conscious decision about certain members of your family or getting together for Thanksgiving or the things that you can do if you feel like you're going to be with an elderly relative during Thanksgiving, that you want to mask up just for some protection. You feel like that will help. By all means, of course, you're going to take logical actions, responsible actions within your own family. But dang it, can we have a little personal responsibility? Can you not throw fear at us 24 hours a day? And I can do a little bit of homework on my own and communicate that and find out more information in order to spend time with my family and do the right thing. Happy Friday, everybody. 239-479-5592. I saw a bunch of calls come in, so I'll ask Jake about those. If you want to comment, if you have some thoughts on this, canceling Thanksgiving, I don't know, should we do it? Am I just everything I just said, is it ridiculous? You might think so. You wouldn't be the first person, and that's okay. I'd love to hear from you. 239-479-5592. It's Daybreak 92.5 Fox News, right all along.
This is 92.5 Fox News.
This Fox News business report is presented by Big Island Builders, whose reputation for quality homes at a fair price is unsurpassed in Naples.
I'm Maria Bartiromo, and this is the Fox Business Report.
TikTok gets a reprieve as the Trump administration pulls back on its threat to ban the wildly popular video sharing app. The dispute, however, is still working its way through the courts. Disney takes it on the chin as the pandemic crushes the theme park and movie businesses. The company lost $710 million during the past quarter. One bright spot for Disney, its streaming service is making money. If you plan to shop online for the holidays, you might want to build in extra time for delivery delays. An expected shopping surge could strain shipping networks. If you're looking for a job, FedEx and UPS are hiring for the holidays. And stocks fell amid concerns about the skyrocketing number of COVID cases. The S&P 500 and Dow both lost 1%. I'm Carmen Roberts. That's your Fox Business Report, invested in you.
Getting ready in the morning has been harder than ever, but did you know dressing for work can actually make you more productive? In fact, getting dressed for work each morning can even improve your performance, according to a recent study in the Wall Street Journal. Untucked shirts are a simple way to look sharp instantly, and they're designed to be worn untucked so you'll stay comfortable all day long. So for your next Zoom call, lose the t-shirt and grab an untucked shirt instead. Get 30% off wrinkle-free button-downs for a limited time only at any Untucked store or at untucked.com. Untucked shirts, designed to be worn untucked.
Drive the lefties at work crazy with the facts. Get up to speed mornings with Drew Steele. 92.5 Fox News. Right all along.
Hey, it's Jake DeMolino here from Daybreak to talk about AMCO of Bonita Springs. Everyone's been affected by the pandemic, and I was definitely no exception. But here's the thing. I had an issue, a well-known issue. Kevin and Todd came to the rescue, effectively giving me my life back. They put their expertise to work on my transmission. That was completely shot. His master mechanic told me that it was probably the worst transmission he's seen in his 30 years of working. And let me tell you, he knocked it out of the park. He helped me, and I'm sure he can help you as well. AMCO of Bonita Springs has been trusted in Southwest Florida since 2008. state. They've been through pandemics, recessions, you name it. They're located right off of Burnwood Drive in Bonita, an independent, conservative AMCO dealer whose award-winning customer service speaks for itself. They work on all makes and models, and they don't just do transmissions. They can do oil changes, normal maintenance, tires, you name it. For those of you out there with classic cars, there's no one I could trust more than Kevin and Todd with something I know you cherish and is so near and dear to you. So give Kevin and Todd a call at AMCO Bonita Springs. 239-992-2626. 239-992-2626. A big thank you from Jake the Millennial for AMCO Bonita Springs.
Heroes nowadays can be anyone. And no, they don't have to fly, or have X-ray vision, or superhuman strength. See, in Naples, our heroes wear masks. They practice physical distancing. They wash their hands regularly. NCH Healthcare System and the City of Naples are counting on you to be a hero and wear a mask. Because in Naples, all heroes wear masks.
Hundreds of happy customers all across Southwest Florida have already gotten the full original base MSRP for their trade-in. It's not too late for you to do the same, but only if you come see us here at Naples Nissan. Yes, you can still bring us that 5, 6, 7-year-old car you're driving now, and we'll pay you the same price that you paid for it so you can drive home in a brand new Nissan. Yeah, so whatever it was worth back in 2014, that's exactly what it'll be worth now. But only at Naples Nissan. We don't care where you bought it from or if it was already used when you bought it. If it's a 2014 or newer with less than 80,000 miles on it, we're paying you the full original base MSRP for it. Go to naplesnissan.com and pick out your favorite new Nissan model, then come see us on Pine Ridge Road so you can drive home in that brand new Nissan today. Get all the details at naplesnissan.com. Offers on select models with approved credit and cannot be combined.
When you think RV, think La Mesa RV. Every RV is posted with our everyday low price. Top brands like Winnebago, Fleetwood, and Integra. A new Winnebago intent motorhome, number A06509, is discounted over $37,000. If you're thinking it's time to check out RVs, think La Mesa RV. I-75 at Luckett Road in Fort Myers, or LaMesaRV.com. All advertised prices plus tax tag title and $9.95 dealer fee. Offer expires day of ad.
Daybreak with Drew Steele.
All right, coming up, we're going to talk a little bit more about some of what the left has been doing for the longest time to kind of foment some election fraud. We'll have that coming up. The latest from Pennsylvania and Michigan. There's some good news for the Trump campaign. We'll get to that as well. And your calls. Are we going to cancel Thanksgiving? Is that what's next, everybody?
With Drew Steele on 92.5 Fox News. This is 92.5 Fox News.
Now, this is a Wink News update.
I'm Corey Lazar with Wink News. 4 women have come forward saying a man tried to get them into his van. One woman says he grabbed her during her run and threw her in the vehicle. This happened in the Naples Park neighborhood of Collier County. The women range in age from 15 to 40 years old. Last night, Collier County deputies went door to door passing out flyers with pictures of the suspect. Also in Naples, the mayor's office tells Wink News leaders there will discuss a mask mandate on December 3rd. Back in July, the city declined to implement their mask mandate and chose to go with a public awareness campaign that strongly encouraged you to wear a face mask. The 48th annual Fort Myers Boat Show starts today. It was pushed back because of the weather. It's happening along the Caloosahatchee River in downtown Fort Myers from 10 a.m. to 6 p.m. today and Saturday. It ends at 5 on Sunday. It's $16 to get in. A man accused of sending text messages threatening a mass shooting is out of jail this morning. He was released late last night. Investigators say Joseph Devalier was fired from his job at the FedEx facility in Fort Myers recently. They say he made inappropriate sexual comments and slashed a table with a box cutter to try and intimidate someone. He's charged with 1 count of intimidation and sending a threat to conduct a mass shooting. The Lake County School District is expected to discuss new procedures for COVID testing on Monday. Any students showing symptoms would isolate, and a nurse would evaluate them for high and low risk symptoms. If they're both present, they would call a parent and offer a COVID-19 test. Southwest Florida is picking up the pieces from Ada. Cleanup is underway at Fort Myers Beach this morning. The storm washed sand up on shore and inside some businesses like the Cottage Beach Bar. The general manager of Sanibel Castaways says none of their beach cottages suffered damages inside thanks to putting up sandbags on the outside. I'm Corey Lazar. Wink News now.
Wink News traffic.
The crash at Beachwalk Boulevard in Gladiolus is causing a delay on Gladiolus east and westbound between Pine Ridge and San Carlos Boulevard. Also delays on Ortiz heading south to Colonial starting from MLK, but the interstate is completely up to speed if you're looking for a quick alternate. Also a crash on I-75 at mile marker 85. This is heading over to the East Coast. Limited visibility on the alley as well. Really make sure to watch that following distance as well as use your low beams. That's your up-to-the-minute traffic. I'm Sabrina Katz. Wink News now.
Wink Weather Authority.
After some patchy fog for your Friday morning, good-looking forecast for this afternoon. There is a slight chance for a stray shower, but most are dry. Mid-80s for today and into the weekend, which includes just a few areas of rain. Nothing widespread, not a washout, but just a few of us do get soaked. And then into next week, we're cooler, we're drier, breezy, with lows returning into the 50s and 60s. With Wink News, I'm meteorologist Matt Devitt, the Weather Authority.
Wink News at the top and bottom of the hour.
Get more than what the internet tells you. Get up to speed on The Drive with Trey Radel. Weekdays 5 to 7.
92.5 Fox News. Right. All along.
It's Fred Kobe with your Kobe Cooling Tip of the Day. You hear AC technicians with all kinds of fancy titles in advertising like Comfort Specialist, Energy Maintenance Technician, Comfort Advisors, blah, blah, blah. So what's that all mean? It's simply a catchphrase for salesman who isn't an air conditioning mechanic. Real mechanics have real NATE certifications. And if your company doesn't employ NATE certified mechanics, you're getting a sales tech at your house for service. A NATE certified mechanic has been to real air conditioning school and is tested for competency. So you know that your mechanic actually knows how to fix your air conditioner and not just sell you stuff. It's easy to spot the difference. Just ask for their NATE ID. When you think of air conditioning companies, we hope you think of Kobe Cooling. No nonsense and no pressure. We're the company your neighbors use. License CACO 57313. Kobe, the most trusted name in the business since 1949.
True relief for back and neck pain. Here at Johnston Spinal Care 596 Back, we focus on back and neck related conditions like stenosis, sciatica, neuropathy, and bulging discs that can cause weakness, numbness, or pain. Being an innovator in non-surgical techniques, I have developed unique and extremely effective spinal decompression protocols for overcoming these chronic and debilitating conditions that don't involve any medications or surgery. This 3-step VAX-D spinal decompression approach uses a patented computerized table that decompresses the spine to gently remove pressure off pinched nerves and increase blood circulation to the area. For young or old, and so comfortable that most patients almost fall asleep while on the table. No hanging upside down. With this award-winning technology, back and neck pain can be a thing of the past. We always offer a no-obligation consultation and free x-rays to see if you're a candidate. Johnston Spinal Care. We're here for you. Call 596-BACK. 596-BACK. That's 596-2225.
If you were lied to when buying a timeshare and want out, you need my help. Hi, I'm Chuck McDowell, CEO and founder of Wesley Financial Group. 10 years ago, I started the timeshare cancellation industry by exposing the ugly truth about timeshare and giving folks the straight facts. I've been fighting the timeshare giants ever since, so no one knows this industry better than me and my team. Today, we have 383 employees and have saved our clients an average of $65,000 in lifetime payments. Imagine putting those timeshare dollars back in your pocket. If you were told at a timeshare presentation that this was available today and today only, that timeshare was a great investment, or your maintenance fees will never go up, call my office now. I guarantee if we take you as a client, we will cancel your timeshare or you'll pay nothing.
Call now for your free information kit. 800-780-5959. 800-780-5959. 800-780-5959.
The team at Best Home Services understands that this is a time of much uncertainty and much unknown. With this uncertainty comes feelings of fear and panic. Please know that we are here for you today, tomorrow, and into the future as we move forward together, safely and comfortably. We are all in this together, and as stewards of our community, we promise to continue to provide you the services needed to keep you and your family safe. You are not alone. Best Home Services, our family protecting your family.
I'm Harvey Massey. Think about this for a moment. Pest control involves applying pesticides inside your home, whether needed or not. At Massey Services, we just don't do that. We prevent pests from getting inside your home so we won't have to control them later. Why settle for pest control when you can trust Massey's Pest Prevention? It's guaranteed or your money back. Massey Services. Expect more and get it.
This is 92.5 Fox News.
It's Daybreak 92.5 Fox News. Love to hear from you this morning, 239-479-5592. Would love for you to text the word troops to the same number. 10,000 for the troops, P.O. Box 877, Fort Myers, 33902. Please remember our men and women serving overseas to protect our freedoms and our liberties when they are away from their families during Christmas. I cannot tell you, well, I can tell you, because I was there in Germany last year delivering your cards to Ramstein Air Base, and the expression of thanks and surprise that we would come all the way there to deliver those cards, and to know that we are thinking about them and how much we love and support them was incredible. And so again, your opportunity. We've got to get this going early. We want to make sure your school, your business, your organization, you're delivering these cards, these Christmas messages and the cards there. Make sure you don't seal them and no glitter inside. Kim Gade and everybody at Lee Health, they have to vet the cards. They do it each and every day as they go to pick them up. And it takes a while. So it's something that we want to make sure we make easy for them. And we want to make sure we have them before December 5th because that's when they're going to be going out on transport. We want to get as many cards this year out as possible. 10,000 for the troops. P.O. Box 877, Fort Myers, 33902. And thank you for your support once again. Next week, we'll have our first count. So we're looking forward to that. All right, a couple of things. We're going to get into the Pennsylvania judge's ruling. Seemed to favor the president's campaign and the efforts to count all the legal ballots. Michigan had a ruling as well, or actually a couple of state senators made quite the request of Michigan. Michigan hasn't been discussed very much except for Detroit specifically, but now it's looking at as the state as a whole. Well, interesting enough, maybe they want to double check everything and everybody, so we'll get to that in just a second. On the heels of the idea, Jake, that we are going to cancel Thanksgiving because the Democrat mayor in Chicago, Lightfoot, said, listen, we can't do it. We can't have more than a certain amount of people, and your typical Thanksgiving holidays are going to have to change. I'm sure in New York with Comrade de Blasio and others that are out there, who are considering the same thing, we should be worried. Comes this battle that I've had with my family for years and years and years. And I thought, well, this is just my family. Nobody else thinks about this. And then I come to find out that this is a thing. Kind of like what we do at 8:35 every day, the thing where we take your calls. Ready, Jake? I'm going to spell out a word for you, and I want you to pronounce it. You ready? Here we go.
Oh, goodness. Let's go.
P-E-C-A-N. P-E-C-A-N. It's something very popular. It's a pie, very popular at Thanksgiving, where you have a very limited amount of people in your home. Just you. Don't have anybody over. Even your family members, you got to get them out because, liberals are saying you can't have Thanksgiving. P-E-C-A-N. How do you pronounce that word?
Pecan.
It's not pecan?
Not where I come from.
Are you sure? Do you know there's 3 ways to say it? How do you say P-E-C-A-N? Listen to this.
Pecan. Pecan. Pecan.
Pecan. Did you know that according to a survey, and my family has been battling this, we joke about it every time I'm with my parents. My wife constantly brings this up because my dad is convinced that it's pecan. And my wife thinks that's funny because it's pecan. Well, they did a study and they said that 51% of people call it a pecan, 49% of people call it a pecan. Did you know that? Have you ever thought about that? And now there's another way to say it. But there's a battle been going on in my house. Not in yours, I guess, huh? I'm on an island. Just so you know, it's pecan. No, it's pecan. 239-479-5592. I just thought it was funny that it came up on the news, and they even did a one of those voice guys from Merriam-Webster with the pronunciation. It's pecan.
You have to be a peon to call a pecan a pecan.
239-479-5592. A Pennsylvania judge ruled yesterday the state cannot count late ballots, which required voters to provide proof of identification to cure them by an arbitrary deadline set by the Secretary of State. So maybe a battle that has been won here to find out in Pennsylvania the votes, the legal votes that were counted. As we said yesterday, the concerns of remedy, that was brought up when the Pennsylvania Secretary of State, Kathy Boockvar, submitted her own guidance that said proof of ID could be provided up to November 12th, 3 days from the ballot acceptance deadline. But hold on a second. 3 days later, you can have ID provided. You can have people vote by mail right up until that Friday, the 9th. Or I don't know what day that was, but that Friday. But yet those that are standing in line, 8 p.m. on November 3rd, that's it. At 8 p.m., you are locked out. That's an equal protection issue, isn't it? I mean, how can you possibly have people getting in a line to vote and then denying them at 8 p.m. on Tuesday night, but for some reason the people that go mail-in could go days longer? That's not, that isn't right. And it appears as if there's a judge there in the state that agrees, so that could be a battle won so far. We'll see whether or not the war is won ultimately, but, the small battles, will take them. And in Michigan, at least 2 Michigan Republican state senators have requested a full election audit, asking the Michigan Secretary of State's office for a full recount before the election results are certified. They want to make sure that before anybody says, hey, it's a President Biden, okay, that we're like, whoa, every citizen deserves to have faith in the integrity of the election process and its outcome. It's our responsibility as elected public servants to assure the people of Michigan the process's integrity through complete transparency and the faithful investigation of any allegations of wrongdoing, fraud, or abuse. Oh, by the way, those are 2 Republican state senators. Everybody else, all the Democrats, they don't believe in that at all. It's like, integrity? We don't need a faithful investigation. We already know Joe Biden won. We already said it. Listen, we don't have to have poll watchers watch. Look, you can trust me. Look at this face. Look at this face. Look at Jake's face. Look at that face right there. If you're on YouTube streaming live, look at that face. You can trust that. Well, that's there's a problem there. So we'll see how that moves forward. But a couple of things that happened that clearly are something that is a positive for the Trump campaign. And it ain't over till it's over, baby. It ain't over till it's certified. And if the media want to continue to talk about a president-elect Joe Biden, you shouldn't do that. It's not time. All right, 239-479-5592. Let's go to some calls. Diane's in Fort Myers. Diane's ready to cancel Thanksgiving, right, Diane? We're done. We're canceling Thanksgiving. No. We can't have it.
No, listen, you just got to have common sense, okay? So my dad, who's 85, who thinks he's the only one that can cook a turkey correctly, has told me, he made an edict. He said, everybody's coming over, one person's serving. We're going to separate high-risk people to low-risk people at separate tables outside, and we're done.
Oh, in other words, you have common sense, and this is something that you can handle on your own, personal responsibility. In other words, you don't need the government to edict and tell you exactly what you must do. Oh, interesting is that? That's a
heck no. And also, people please pray for Trump, because I think we can prevail. And I think Joe Biden running around like he's president-elect is a farce.
Yeah. Well, we're going to see how this all works out, Diane. Thanks for the call, and thanks you for some personal responsibility. And it is interesting how you can look at tyranny and say, I'm not having that today. There's a lot of that going on lately. By the way, some of the things that were happening behind the scenes while we weren't watching when it comes to the election cycle, Andrea Whitberg over at American Thinker had an article, A Guide to Understanding Election Fraud in 2020. Let's remember something. Democrats have been making a plan for a very, very long time on how to execute fraud, how to commit election fraud. Now, if you're listening to me now and you're upset that I would say that, and how dare you suggest that Democrats are committing election fraud, or they're the only ones, Republicans do it as well. And what's the proof? Where's your evidence? Well, let's ask the question of who wants what and who doesn't want what when it comes to elections. It's very simple, everybody. Just a checklist, small checklist for you to check out and see whether or not you're a Democrat and you fall into this category or not. Of motor voter registration. Remember motor voter? What was motor voter all about? Well, it sounds great. Every time you go to get a driver's license, you get registered to vote. What's wrong with that? Isn't that a good thing? That's what we should be doing. Of course, that puts a massive number of individuals on the voter rolls, people who have no interest in voting whatsoever, but that doesn't make a difference. Well, it does if you're trying to commit voter fraud, because, boy, if those names are out there and they're registered, you certainly could maybe find a ballot or two and maybe find a name or two that you could use. I'm just suggesting I'm not for motor voter registration. If you are, I have some questions as to why. Why would you refuse to clean up voter rolls, everybody? Why is it that Democrats are so insistent on leaving dead people on voter rolls? Why can't we clean that up? Why can't we all agree that before any election takes place, from now until 2022, we get on it? We clean them out. Why aren't you doing it? Why do you refuse? You got to answer that question. Why don't we want to have ID presented at a polling place? Why are we not requiring that? Why is it when you say, my name is Jake the Millennial, it's like, okay, go vote over there. Like, don't I want to know if you're Jake the Millennial? I would like to know, because I think it would be only right to know you are who you say you are, because that's how you keep the integrity of the vote, is just that you identify yourself with identification, and then you go vote. Why would you disagree with that? And I could go on, extending voting to a month-long period. Are you telling me it takes a month for people to figure out how to vote or when to vote or how they're going to do it? It shouldn't. Got to have a little bit of personal responsibility. You want to do this, right? You want to vote? Come on. Now, do you need a whole month to figure it out? Why? Voting only by mail. We got to have these mail-in. Oh, it's an exceptional time. Really? What's the next exceptional time that'll come along in 2022 and 2024 and 2026 and 20? You see where I'm going? It's never ending. These efforts have been going on for a very, very long time, and there is some interesting information that has come out about the computers, the software, Dominion, ES&S, the computer systems that are used in this country. Wait till you hear some of the things that have been discovered about the machines and the software and the connections. And did you know that when you vote, apparently the software goes to Spain? It runs through Europe before it gets back to us? Yeah, there are some stories out there and some questions as to why the software works this way. So we are going to... We're going to talk about that coming up. 239-479-5592 is the talk and text line, streaming live on YouTube anytime you want to watch it. Drew Steele Radio, Steele with 3 E's. Please subscribe to the channel. We'll get to your calls. We've got Mike and David, an open line right now when we come back. And we'll talk more about canceling Thanksgiving. Because, of course, if the Democrat mayor of Chicago says we have to do it and others are starting to think that it's a good idea, well, you need to get on board. It's for your own good. Planning on canceling Thanksgiving? Daybreak 92.5 Fox News. Oh, 10,000 for the troops. Please, please, please don't forget about 10,000 for the troops. P.O. Box 877, Fort Myers, 33902. 33902. Traffic with Sabrina Katz.
339-479-5592. 339-479-5592. 339-479-5592. 339-479-5592. 339-479-5592. 339-479-5592. 339-479-5592. 339-479-5592. 339-479-5592. 339-479-5592. 339-479-5592. 339-479-5592. 339-479-5592. 339-479-5592. 339-479-5592. 339-479-5592. 339-479-5592. 339-479-5592. 339-479-5592. 339-479-5592. 339-479-5592. 339-479-5592. 339-479-5592. 339-479-5592. 339-479-5592. 339-479-5592. 339-479-5592. 339-479-5592. 339-479-5592. 339-479-5592. 339-479-5592. 339-479-5592. 339-479-5592. 339-479-5592. 339-479-5592. 339-4
It's a busy Friday morning in Southwest Florida on the roadways. A southbound delay on US 41 heading towards Corkscrew. Also, we are slowing down on Estero Parkway east of 41 to Three Oaks, so Corkscrew is your quicker option. And if you're in Collier County, the delay is on Immokalee Road heading east of Logan towards 951. In Collier County commuters, if you're heading onto the alley, limited visibility. Also, if you're in Collier County, there is a crash at mile marker 85 traveling northbound. So this shouldn't affect your commute as you're heading over to the East Coast from Collier, but limited visibility. Just an idea of how dangerous it is right now. That's your up to the minute traffic. I'm Sabrina Katz. Wink News now.
Wink Weather Authority.
For today, mainly dry after we start with some patchy fog. Temperatures in the mid-80s with a mixture of sunshine and clouds. Just a few showers for the weekend, but not a washout, with more of those 80s on the way. With Wink News, I'm meteorologist Matt Devitt, Weather Authority.
Wink News at the top and bottom of the hour.
Rush Limbaugh. My friends, scientists are beside themselves with joy. They have accidentally created a mutant enzyme that eats plastic bottles. A couple years ago, scientists discovered the enzyme at a Japanese waste dump. They brought in an international team to tweak it, and voila, the enzyme mutated. The new enzyme takes just a few days to break down plastic. Now, the lead researcher says that thanks to the mutant enzyme, there will not be a need to drill oil to make more plastic, because the plastic we already have can be recycled back into its original components. If that happens, can you imagine the result? Liberals can stop making laws to ban plastic straws in restaurants. Stores can give customers plastic bags again. You can buy bottled water without the environmentalist wackos complaining about what's in landfills. Plastic will be in again, which is why I have a prediction of my own. It'll never happen. Because liberals don't really want to solve problems. They just want to complain about problems and blame America for problems. But the last thing they want to do is solve anything, because America can't improve. So just watch. Environmentalists will accuse the new mutant enzyme of causing global warming or wiping out endangered species or hurting polar bears. Mark my words, it will not be marketed as a solution ultimately. Working from home is fast transforming the job market. It's creating unlimited competition for nearly every role, every job. Geography, proximity, less important than ever before when you're hiring people to work from home. You're now competing with more employers for the best candidates. So how do you get your company to stand out? Well, you start with posting that position with ZipRecruiter.com/rush. When you do that, you can tag it with notices that say actively hiring or remote to attract the right talent. Then ZipRecruiter's technology identifies candidates with the right skills and experience. If you're interested in those people, you invite them to apply using ZipRecruiter's technology to send an email from you. I mean, it's no wonder 4 out of 5 employers who post on ZipRecruiter get a quality candidate the first day. Try ZipRecruiter free. ZipRecruiter.com/rush. That's ZipRecruiter.com/rush. Get the edge on the competition. ZipRecruiter. It's the smartest way to hire.
Serving up a tray load of truth today on 92.5 Fox News.
Now more than ever, it's essential to have a primary care provider ready to care for you. Book your first appointment through Millennium Physician Group's telehealth service, MPG Connect, and get established with a care team who'll be there for you wherever and whenever you need. Primary and specialty care, walk-in centers, lab services, imaging centers, and COVID-19 evaluation and testing. Connect with Millennium Physician Group today and be ready for tomorrow. 844-CALL-MPG. 844-CALL-MPG. MillenniumPhysician.com.
Hey, it's Drew Steele, and we've got my friend Dave Meister, owner of the Floor Meisters in Naples, on the phone. And Dave, I got to tell you, the selection of floor coverings of Floor Meisters, unbelievable, fantastic. I've seen it myself, and the choices are there. But what we really want to talk about today is this Dreamweaver line of carpets. Talk about it.
I'll tell you what, Drew, this is the hottest thing since 5-buckle overshoes. We're just selling the heck out of it. Comes in 9 different patterns, 12 colors to a pattern. It has 8 warranties, and it even includes steps. The stain warranty will take care of wine, mud, and even pet accidents. So this is perfect for Jake.
Yeah, perfect for Jake, and perfect for me, and perfect for you, too. If you haven't been to the Floormeisters, really owe it to yourself to visit their store, see their selection of Dreamweaver carpets. It's there at 6281 Naples Boulevard, next to Costco. And whether it's carpet, tile, laminate, or hardwood flooring, they have it all. So give them a call today at 239-596-4964 or on the web at floormeisters.com.
When you get a call from a top NBA player who was injured in a car crash by a drunk driver and faces a career-ending injury, you know you must bring your A game. And you also feel grateful that your reputation as the world's largest injury firm with hundreds and hundreds of verdicts and billions in recoveries for our clients has been recognized. Results matter, reputation matters, choices matter. There's only one Morgan & Morgan for the people.com. Dial pound law on your cell.
Offices, Fort Myers and Naples.
Hey guys, Dr. Amy here, your favorite chiropractor. We're back for your daily dose of Did You Know Chiropractic can help with that. This week we are talking about low energy and sleep issues. Today we're going to talk about digestion, and if you have slow digestion, aka constipation, that will lead to low energy because your body is not getting rid of the toxins. Now, if you have digestive problems where you don't have a bowel movement at least once a day, that means that you are suffering from constipation. And the nerves in your low back actually are the nerves that go directly to your digestive organs. And when your low back is out of alignment, it causes digestive issues like constipation. And that, again, that constipation can lead to lethargy and low energy. So if you're out there and you don't have at least one bowel movement a day, I want you to know that it could be because your low back is out of alignment, and chiropractic could help you. If that's you or a loved one, call us at 239-628-4899. And always remember, your power is on.
Hi, this is Earl Ron, president of New South Window. At New South, we are determined to build the best Florida window. Energy-efficient windows that stand up to heat and hurricanes. We call it the ultimate Florida window. Factory direct and guaranteed for life. New South has installed tens of thousands of windows across the state and has been named one of the fastest growing window companies in the nation. And that is why we're New South proud.
Going on now. Save 35% off factory direct windows and doors. Visit newsouthwindow.com.
92.5 WFSX Estero. It's 7 o'clock on Southwest Florida's news and talk station, 92.5 Fox News.
This Wink News Update is presented by Lee Auto Group. Find your perfect vehicle at lee-cars.com.
Now, this is a Wink News Update.
I'm Corey Lazar with Wink News. 4 women have come forward saying a man tried to get them into his van. One woman says he grabbed her during her run and threw her in the vehicle. This happened in the Naples Park neighborhood of Collier County. The women range in age from 15 to 40 years old. Last night, Collier County deputies went door to door passing out flyers with pictures of the suspect. Also in Naples, the mayor's office tells Wink News leaders there will discuss a mask mandate on December 3rd. Back in July, the city declined to implement their mask mandate and chose to go with a public awareness campaign that strongly encouraged you to wear a face mask. The 48th annual Fort Myers Boat Show starts today. It was pushed back because of the weather. It's happening along the Caloosahatchee River in downtown Fort Myers from 10 a.m. to 6 p.m. today and Saturday. It ends at 5 on Sunday. It's $16 to get in. A man accused of sending text messages threatening a mass shooting is out of jail this morning. He was released late last night. Investigators say Joseph Devalier was fired from his job at the FedEx facility in Fort Myers recently. They say he made inappropriate sexual comments and slashed a table with a box cutter to try and intimidate someone. He's charged with 1 count of intimidation and sending a threat to conduct a mass shooting. The Lake County School District is expected to discuss new procedures for COVID testing on Monday. Any students showing symptoms would isolate, and a nurse would evaluate them for high and low risk symptoms. If they're both present, they would call a parent and offer a COVID-19 test. Southwest Florida is picking up the pieces from Ada. Cleanup is underway at Fort Myers Beach this morning. The storm washed sand up on shore and inside some businesses like the Cottage Beach Bar. The general manager of Sanibel Castaways says none of their beach cottages suffer damages inside thanks to putting up sandbags on the outside. I'm Corey Lazar. Wink News now.
Wink News traffic.
It's a busy Friday morning in Southwest Florida on the roadways. A southbound delay on US 41 heading towards Corkscrew. Also, we are slowing down on Estero Parkway east of 41 to 3 Oaks, so Corkscrew is your quicker option. And if you're in Collier County, the delay is on Immokalee Road heading east of Logan towards 951. and Collier County commuters if you're heading onto the alley. Limited visibility. Also, if you're in Collier County, there is a crash at mile marker 85 traveling northbound. So this shouldn't affect your commute as you're heading over to the East Coast from Collier, but limited visibility. Just an idea of how dangerous it is right now. That's your up-to-the-minute traffic. I'm Sabrina Katz. Wink News now.
Wink Weather Authority.
After some patchy fog for your Friday morning, good-looking forecast for this afternoon. There is a slight chance for a stray shower, but most are dry. Mid-80s for today and into the weekend, which includes just a few areas of rain. Nothing widespread, not a washout, but just a few of us do get soaked. And then into next week, we're cooler, we're drier, breezy, with lows returning into the 50s and 60s. With Wink News, I'm meteorologist Matt Devitt, the Weather Authority.
Wink News at the top and bottom of the hour.
Drew Steele in the morning and Trey Radel in the afternoon. 2 doses of what cures liberalism. 92.5 Fox News. Right all along.
The team at Best Home Services understands that this is a time of much uncertainty and much unknown. With this uncertainty comes feelings of fear and panic. Please know that we are here for you today, tomorrow, and into the future as we move forward together, safely and comfortably. We are all in this together, and as stewards of our community, we promise to continue to provide you the services needed to keep you and your family safe. You are not alone. Best Home Services, our family protecting your family.
You should be driving a Kia from Galliana Kia.
It's our November clearance event at Galliana Kia in Fort Myers. No reasonable offer refused on any new Kia in stock. Select models with no interest financing for 75 months. All new 2021 Kia Telluride LX lease, just $319 per month. That's right, the hottest SUV in America for just $319 per month. All new 2021 Kia K5 GT line sports sedan lease, $149 per month. Yes, $149 per month. New Kia Sorento LX V6, $8,000 off. Worried about your credit? Don't sweat it. At Galliana Kia in Fort Myers, if you've got $500 down and you make at least $2,000 per month, our lenders can get you approved. Galliana Kia, 1/2 mile south of Daniels Parkway on US 41 in Fort Myers. Open every day, including Sunday. Call 239-481-2600. GallianaCars.com.
You should be driving a Kia from Galliana Kia.
36 month lease, 10,000 miles per year, $34.99 due at signing plus tax, title, dealer, and acquisition fee. 0 security deposit with lender approval. $13.33 per month for 1,000 borrowed for 75 months at 0 APR with 0 down. Offers don't combine. Expires month end.
When you think RV, think La Mesa RV. Every RV is posted with our everyday low price. Top brands like Winnebago, Fleetwood, and Integra. A new Thor Quantum motorhome, number C13253, is discounted over $33,000. If you're thinking it's time to check out RVs, think La Mesa RV. I-75 at Luckett Road in Fort Myers or LaMesaRV.com. All advertised prices plus tax tag title and $9.95 dealer fee. Offer expires day of ad.
Hey, Mom. I'm here to drive you to your doctor's appointment.
Oh, we finished early.
What do you mean?
With my Humana Medicare Advantage plan, telehealth appointments with my doctor are covered.
Wow, that's great.
Well, that's human care for you. Humana wants its members to get the care they need, even at home.
Humana offers new ways to focus on your health at home. Because Humana isn't just health care, it's human care. Humana is a Medicare Advantage HMO, PPO, and PFFS organization with a Medicare contract. Enrollment in any Humana plan depends on contract renewal.
At Conditioned Air, we aren't trying to fix or sell all things under the sun. We're very focused on one thing, your comfort in your home and office. We've had this focus for over 58 years now. Our team is nearly 400 strong, and each team member's desire is for your total satisfaction with our services. Southwest Florida weather can take a toll on your air conditioner, so when you need us, we're here to take care of the issue quickly and safely so you can get on with your day. Conditioned Air offers planned maintenance programs, emergency service, replacement systems, and indoor air quality products to keep you comfortable all year long. You can count on the people of Conditioned Air. We don't push unnecessary parts and equipment on you, which means no high pressure and a 100% satisfaction guarantee. Since your comfort is essential, call Conditioned Air, the comfort people since 1962, serving all of Southwest Florida. Call 1-888-COLD-AIR or log on to conditionedair.com. License number CAC 1819590.
Dell Technologies just announced their Black Friday sale. They're releasing new doorbusters every weekday, plus up to 50% off cutting-edge tech for your business. There's no better time to upgrade your small business with the latest laptops and desktops with Intel Core processors, plus there's free shipping on everything. Yes, everything. Give Dell Technologies advisors a call. They'll identify the right tech solution for your business. Call 877-ASK-DELL or go to Dell.com/SB Black Friday. That's 877-ASK-DELL.
Carolers! That's the holiday spirit. Speaking of which, Simply Safe Home Security is having a huge holiday sale. Right now, you can get 30% off a new system and a free camera at simplysafe.com/holiday. That's 30% off the system U.S. News named the best of 2020. Simply Safe protects your whole home 24/7 with monitoring by professionals. The sale ends soon, so go to simplysafe.com/holiday for 30% off and a free camera today.
From 92.5 Fox News.
This is how Southwest Florida is talking about.
It's Daybreak. Now, here's the guy at the epicenter of what's important to those of us who live in Southwest Florida. Drew Steele.
Hey, good morning, Southwest Florida. Glad you're here. 239-479-5592. Streaming live on YouTube anytime you want to watch at Drew Steele Radio. Steele with 3 E's. Please subscribe to the channel. Oh, and may I remind you, please do not forget about our men and women serving overseas. It is that time of year. 10,000 for the troops. P.O. Box 877 Fort Myers 33902. Mail in this year. It's going to be important to get them in early and often. In this case, early and often is a good thing, unlike the election. That's a whole other subject we'll get to in just a second. But we don't have right now any drop-off locations, so it's really going to be something that we will need you to mail out, get those in the mail, as many as we can to make that 10,000 mark this year, remembering our men and women serving overseas. And I can tell you from my visit to Ramstein Air Base in Germany last year, the expression on their face to know that we're thinking about them and we care about them during this holiday season, it is, it's not... I cannot describe it, but I guarantee you that they are going to experience that when they receive your Christmas cards. This joy and just belief that we do remember them and think about them and are thinking about them during the holiday season when they are far away from families. So again, 10,000 for the troops, P.O. Box 877 Fort Myers 33902. You can text the word troops to the same number that we have here, 239-479-5592, and get the address right there on your phone. All right, here we go. Where are we going to start this hour? Oh, boy. There's so many things that I want to talk about. We're going to get to the fact that there are those that think we need to cancel Thanksgiving. There are things that we can do to stop the spread of COVID, and here's how you do it. You just don't get together with anybody. Just forget it. Forget about those Thanksgiving traditions that you have. No. And as a matter of fact, if you have more than 2 people in the house, you're going to have to figure out which room you both are going to be in. You can shout down the hall and say, "Hey, the turkey's great, honey. Thanks, dear." You know, that kind of thing. Do we cancel Thanksgiving this year? How about Christmas? Why not just cancel it all? Let's cancel 2020 completely. As soon as Joe Biden's president of the United States, January 20th, it's a whole new world, everybody. That's what they want you to believe. It's not over yet either. Nobody here sitting in this chair right now, that would be me, I am not telling you in any way, shape, or form that it is President-elect Biden. Sorry. Let's go through the process. The constitutional process is underway. There is some news on what has been discovered and what the judge in Pennsylvania said that may have ramifications across the country. We'll see. But we will get to that in just a second in your calls coming up. 239-479-5592. The media hates you. They absolutely hate you, everybody. Well, at least half the country. If you voted for Donald Trump, president of the United States, we talked about yesterday how, listen, there are some that want to put together a list. You know, AOC would like a list. Hey, we should remember all the people, all the businesses that supported the president. Maybe you supported the president. Maybe we should look through voter rolls and find out who you voted for, and then maybe come and visit your house, or maybe not visit your house. Maybe just, well, who knows? I don't have that kind of imagination, that kind of devious imagination as some do. But let's just say doxing is alive and well, and the media hates you. And how do I know the media hates you? Let's give this example. This very morning on CNN, here we go. Christiane Amanpour opening up the show. How about this, ladies and gentlemen?
Welcome to the program, everyone. I'm Christiane Amanpour in London. This week, 82 years ago, Kristallnacht happened. It was the Nazis' warning shot across the bow of our human civilization that led to genocide against a whole identity. And in that tower of burning books, it led to an attack on fact, knowledge, history, and truth. After 4 years of a modern-day assault on those same values by Donald Trump, the Biden-Harris team pledges a return to norms.
What? That's right. Without any pushback, with a script that was clearly written by somebody, maybe Christiane Amanpour or somebody at CNN with the thumbs up, she talked about the Nazis purging Jews in Nazi Germany 80 some odd years ago and describing the horror of the Nazis and what they were doing, burning books and getting ready to purge Jews, and the idea that this is where we're going and you're going to have to follow along, Nazi Germany. And then after all of that, she says what?
And in that tower of burning books, it led to an attack on fact, knowledge, history, and truth.
An attack on fact, knowledge, history, and truth in those burning books. And then she says,
after 4 years of a modern-day assault on those same values by Donald Trump.
Comparing Trump to the Nazis, the purge of Jews in Germany. That's CNN, everybody. That's how they opened up the program. Not a joke. Not a joke. Nobody will say anything about it. Nobody will stop them. Nobody will question that. Nobody will stop it. It's showing up on Twitter. You know, the Twitterverse, where everybody goes to not have freedom of speech. That's why you should be on Parler, like I am, and so many moving to Parler. Let's go where there is free speech. And for those of you that say, bye-bye, go ahead and leave Twitter, and what's your problem, Parler? Why are you going there? You're just a bunch of sore losers? No, we like our freedom of speech. And as a matter of fact, if you are one of those that would like freedom of speech as well, and maybe you don't agree with me, you're welcome at Parler. Hey, go figure. Yeah, you can say whatever you want. We don't put those little things on there and kind of these little messages that of little minions that are out there trying to tell you what you should think and not think about this and that and the other thing. Yeah, Parler doesn't do that. So there you go. At Drew Steele Radio on Parler, you can follow me there. Yeah, I wonder if Twitter would have a problem with. Nope, nobody will. Hey, listen, as far as you're concerned, at least 71 million people. Yeah, the media hates you. Has no feelings for you whatsoever. Does not like you, does not want to report to you, does not want to talk to you, just wants to tell you what you need to do and need to know, and that's it. And it's disgusting. It's disgusting. But it's there. What else is there? According to the FEC and Newsmax, he was on yesterday on Newsmax, the head of the FEC. Yeah, he's kind of concerned as far as voter fraud is concerned. I think there may be some.
I do believe that there's voter fraud taking place in these places. Otherwise, they would allow the observers to go in. When you have claims of, 10,000 people who don't live in the state of Nevada having voted in Nevada, you have the video showing where people are, they're either duplicating a spoiled ballot right there, or they're in the process of just marking a ballot that came in blank for a voter. That's a process that needs to be observed.
It does need to be observed, right? And we should have observed it, right? And if we're going to do recounts like we're doing in Georgia and some of the questions that are happening now in Pennsylvania that we'll get to, and some of what the judges, what a judge said there, and a victory for the Trump campaign. We do want transparency, right? Well, the left doesn't. Those that hate Donald Trump and despise Donald Trump don't want anything to do with that. They would rather listen to CNN and hear Christiane Amanpour compare Trump to Nazis than to listen to anything else. Because in their eyes, that's the truth. And thereby, we have to get rid of this president. And All right, so a couple of dead people voted. It's just a couple of people. You just found, 1,000 ballots that were filled out improperly? That's not going to change an election. The question is not... It's so much broader than that. And it is interesting how you, when you look at a situation like that, how myopic you have to be to look at 100 dead people voting in an election and 1,000 votes that may have been cast with only Joe Biden's name, or I found a bunch of ballots in the back of a van. It was only like 40 or 50. To extrapolate that out to, that's it? That's what you've got? That's your big fraud? Instead of journalists doing what they should be doing and getting out and actually investigating all of this, don't you want to know? And if anything, isn't it in your best interest as a newsroom, as a journalist, as a supposed journalist, isn't it in your best interest to not go with your gut, which your gut is, I hate Donald Trump and I can't stand him, and my gut tells me that anything that's going to work to get rid of this guy, I'm going to ignore. Joe Biden's the president-elect. Hey, just bring everybody in here. Just come on, hurry up, let's go. You have an opportunity as a journalist, if you are one and you really care about it, to follow the leads. Follow the lead. You've just been given a nugget to follow. And 2 good things could come of it for you as a journalist if you really cared. The first thing would be you discover that it's just a couple of thousand votes. And Joe Biden did win this fair and square and honesty and transparency. And we went through and we dug deep and tried to find every angle and look at all of these different things that are being discussed as far as fraud is concerned. And we went out there and wanted to help to show the country that there is transparency. And we did our own digging. And we tried and tried and tried, and we could not find anything. Whew. Well, that feels good. On the other side of it, you could actually find out something, discover that those little leads led to the one big issue that could put you on a pedestal as far as the pinnacle of what journalism looks like. Like, you are true journalism. You didn't follow the crowd. You didn't listen to the overlords in areas in New York and LA and those in newsrooms that put something out and say, it's President-elect Biden and Fox News runs with this Arizona for Biden. Whoa. You don't call anything. I don't care if you're Fox News, CBS, ABC. No, you don't call anything. Slow your roll. And instead of following that lead, you become a journalist that people can respect and look up to because you discovered the truth. You found it. Unless, of course, you really aren't a journalist and that's not really your gig. You just want to kind of collect a check and hold a mic and look fancy. And is that how that works? I'm just asking. It's quite the opportunity for somebody who really wants to show who they are when it comes to journalism and what it's supposed to look like. It's what people did in the past. And sadly, if we're going to be honest, it's gone. At least most of it's gone. It doesn't mean that there are not places to go. There certainly are that are showing true journalism, that are out there that are trying to dig into and get to the truth. And God bless them. And there's plenty of opportunity there for you to seek them out and get it as well. All right, so what happened in Pennsylvania? Let me go over this quickly because I know a lot of people are asking. What's being called an important legal victory for the president and his campaign? A judge in Pennsylvania ruled that the state may not count ballots where voters needed to provide proof of ID and failed to do so by Election Day. Judge Mary Hannah Leavitt said that the Democrat Secretary of State lacked statutory authority to extend the deadline by 3 days, saying election officials are enjoined from counting any ballots that were cured during the election period. Trump campaign and Republican National Committee filed the lawsuit challenging Boockvar, that's the Secretary of State, their decision to extend the deadline for mail-in ballots. And the Pennsylvania Commonwealth Court had previously ordered ballots fixed during the extended deadline to be segregated as the case was being decided. Because the ballots were already segregated, they weren't included in the state's vote count, according to Forbes. The numbers impacted by the judge's decision reportedly will not alter the outcome of the race, we're told, where Joe Biden holds a lead of 55,978 votes. Well, we'll see. That's what some people are telling you, but it doesn't mean that it's true. If he's leading by 55,000 votes, everybody, all Donald Trump needs is half that amount plus one. So it's not really 50, it's more like 20 in a state of how many million people? So it ain't over yet, everybody, and this could have ramifications. Now, on the other side of this break, here comes the crazy part of all of this. And it's what we are finding out now about Dominion and the software that is in these voting machines that have been placed all across the country. Rudy Giuliani was on with Lou Dobbs yesterday. He's been making the rounds. He's been on a lot of different programs. We reached out to Rudy today. I don't know if I'm still checking, but I don't think he's going to be on with us this morning, although we did reach out. And he had some interesting comments about those machines and the software that's involved with these machines. And wait till you hear what kind of connections are made with the machines and the software and where the votes are going and who is involved with the creation of this. You're not going to be happy. You won't be surprised. Well, maybe you will be. We'll talk about it coming up. All right, 239-479-5592. Text the word troops to that number. 10,000 for the troops. Help us get 10,000 Christmas cards for our men and women serving overseas. You'll get the address 10,000 for the troops, P.O. Box 877, Fort Myers, 33902. It's Daybreak 92.5, Fox News, right all along.
This is 92.5 Fox News. 92.5 Fox News, making Southwest Florida great every day. 92.5 Fox News.
Fort Myers Boat Show runs November 12th through the 15th. This year features an utterly amazing powered patented catamaran. The 11-foot Craig Cat has big boat features such as comfortable side-by-side seating, a fantastic stereo system, great lighting, bimini top, and many other accessories that'll fit your style of boating. Quality that'll knock your socks off. Plus, it's a lot of fun and easy to operate. Visit Craig Cat at the Fort Myers Boat Show, booth 103. Online at craigcat.com or call 1-833-CRAIG-CAT.
Sunday on Wink TV. The biggest NFL games are on CBS, and the best place to watch, Wink TV. Sunday at 4, a matchup of young guns in Miami. They went back-to-back in this year's NFL Draft.
Coming in like a champion.
Now, Justin Herbert and the Los Angeles Chargers come to the East Coast to face Tua Tagovailoa and the Miami Dolphins. Los Angeles Chargers at Miami Dolphins. Sunday at 4. The NFL on CBS is on Wink TV.
Coming in like a champion.
Is foot pain making your life miserable? The Good Feet store specializes in foot pain relief. Call 552-FEET or visit us at the Good Feet store in Naples or our newest location in Fort Myers. Or stop in for a free personalized arch support fitting at the Good Feet store.
Have you been lied to? Lied to by Washington politicians and the Wall Street propaganda machine? Hi, I'm Inc. Magazine best-selling author Brett Kitchen, and if you're over 55 with an IRA or 401k, I want to give you a free copy of my new book, Wealth Beyond Wall Street, because according to Time Magazine, Wall Street's 401ks have failed millions of Americans. After losing 35% in my IRA and the crash years ago, I said enough. And since then, I discovered a way to grow money potential double digits, reduce taxes dramatically, and also have my money protected when the next stock market crash hits. When the next market crash hits, you lose nothing. Call Wealth Beyond Wall Street now to get your free book and talk to a specialist to discover this little-known strategy to get potential double-digit growth during good years and never lose in the market crashes. Call 1-800-346-9797 to discover this asset that people like Walt Disney and JCPenney use to grow wealthy. Plus, when you call right now, you get free shipping and handling, no credit card required. And I'll send you a free copy of the audiobook so you can listen in your car. Call 1-800-346-9797. That's 1-800-346-9797, 1-800-346-9797.
Tyler McDaniel here, and Brad McDaniel. We're the second generation of Kenmar Care. For our whole lives, our father Ken McDaniel raised us and instilled in us the work ethic and morals which we operate under and live by today. Kenmar Care has teamed up with Maytag to bring high-quality products to you covered by Maytag's exclusive 12-year parts and 12-year 5-year dependability promise on select purchases. Be treated like family. Call Ken Marcare, 239-437-7040. That's 437-7040. And online at kenmarcare.com. License number CAC 057163.
Tee off for a great day of golf at Coral Oaks Golf Course in Cape Coral. Enjoy excellent playing conditions and a weekend special to play 18 holes for just $38 on Saturdays and Sundays after 11 a.m. Coral Oaks gift cards also make terrific holiday gifts for your favorite golfers. You can book tee times up to 7 days in advance and register for their upcoming charity golf fundraisers at coraloaksgolf.com. We'll see you at Coral Oaks, where every day is a great day.
Daybreak with Drew Steele.
All right, coming up, does Alexandria Ocasio-Cortez know something that we don't know when it comes to this election? You'll hear the audio coming up for yourself. Plus, are we canceling Thanksgiving with all these COVID spikes? We'll get your calls coming up on that in just a minute.
Daybreak with Drew Steele on 92.5 Fox News.
Don't miss Straight Talk with Doc Morris every Saturday morning at 11 a.m. right here on 92.5 Fox News. He'll answer all your medical questions.
Does marijuana work? Absolutely. We're helping over 4,000 patients now in this marijuana program, and we can help you too with multiple diagnoses. Get your appointment scheduled today. We can help.
For more information, go to morrismedicalcenter.com. That's morrismedicalcenter.com. And catch Doc Morris on his show this Saturday at 11 a.m. right here on 92.5 Fox News.
1 Hour Air Conditioning and Heating, our comfort specialists can handle any AC repair. Just call 855-1-HOUR or visit onehourair.com.
Always on time or you don't pay time.
Independently owned and operated, licensed in their respective state or county.
When you think RV, think La Mesa RV. Our everyday low price is posted on every RV. Top brands like Winnebago, Fleetwood, and Integra. From sporty Mercedes-powered motorhomes to luxury diesel pushers, every RV in stock is discounted. If you've been thinking about the RV lifestyle, think La Mesa RV. I-75 at Luckett Road in Fort Myers or lamesarv.com.
Movember. What an interesting way to look at men's health through the lens of a mustache. You can start off clean-shaven and then proceed to grow your mustache as a way to celebrate men actually talking about their health. Yeah, talking. When it comes to erectile dysfunction, talking is a great start. When you talk about it, you're one step closer to solving it. The next step? Metro Men's Health. Call us today and schedule your free evaluation. And let's talk about your ED and how you, like thousands of men, can achieve consistent, longer-lasting results with the new patent-pending technology called Linear Piezo Energy Protocol, allowing us to create treatment plans specifically to you. So this Movember, grow your mustache for men's health, and then let Metro Men's Health help you grow your relationship. Mention mustache and get your evaluation free, $150 value. Call Metro Men's Health and schedule your free evaluation at 239-599-9900, 239-599-9900, or metromenshealth.com.
Water is life in Southwest Florida. It drives our economy from tourism to fishing to boating and quality of life. This is Adam Botana from Baywater Exclusive Boat Club, and we talk water for an hour every weekend on Fox News Radio. We feature guests on water quality, water safety, and water fun, including great boating day trips and tips on fishing. Join us this Saturday at 7 a.m. for the Baywater Exclusive Boat Club Hour with Adam Botana on 92.5 Fox News.
The votes are in. It's overwhelming. Rock Solid is the #1 choice for countertops in Southwest Florida. Right now, Rock Solid is offering you unbelievable prices as a thank you for your support. Full slabs of quartz from $599, granite starting at $499, and remnants from $150. For the best new kitchen and bathroom countertops, the choice is simple. Rock Solid. Don't forget, with each kitchen countertop deal, Rock Solid gives you a free sink.
Rock Solid. We don't stop at just countertops.
This Wink News Break is sponsored by Cornerstone Builders. Give us the opportunity to wow you.
Now, this is a Wink News Update.
I'm Corey Lazar with Wink News. 4 women have come forward saying a man tried to get them into his van. One woman says he grabbed her during her run and threw her in the vehicle. This happened in the Naples Park neighborhood of Collier County. The women range in age from 15 to 40 years old. Last night, Collier County deputies went door to door passing out flyers with pictures of the suspect. Also in Naples, the mayor's office tells Wink News leaders there will discuss a mask mandate on December 3rd. Back in July, the city declined to implement their mask mandate and chose to go with a public awareness campaign that strongly encouraged you to wear a face mask. The 48th annual Fort Myers Boat Show starts today. It was pushed back because of the weather. It's happening along the Caloosahatchee River in downtown Fort Myers from 10 a.m. to 6 p.m. today and Saturday. It ends at 5 on Sunday. It's $16 to get in. A man accused of sending text messages threatening a mass shooting is out of jail this morning. He was released late last night. Investigators say Joseph Devalier was fired from his job at the FedEx facility in Fort Myers recently. They say he made inappropriate sexual comments and slashed a table with a box cutter to try and intimidate someone. He's charged with 1 count of intimidation and sending a threat to conduct a mass shooting. The Lake County School District is expected to discuss new procedures for COVID testing on Monday. Any students showing symptoms would isolate, and a nurse would evaluate them for high and low risk symptoms. If they're both present, they would call a parent and offer a COVID-19 test. Southwest Florida is picking up the pieces from Ada. Cleanup is underway at Fort Myers Beach this morning. The storm washed sand up on shore and inside some businesses like the Cottage Beach Bar. The general manager of Sanibel Castaways says none of their beach cottages suffer damages inside thanks to putting up sandbags on the outside. I'm Corey Lazar. Wink News Now.
Wink News traffic.
It's a busy Friday morning in Southwest Florida on the roadways. A southbound delay on US 41 heading towards Corkscrew. Also, we are slowing down on Estero Parkway east of 41 to Three Oaks, so Corkscrew is your quicker option. And if you're in Collier County, the delay is on Immokalee Road heading east of Logan towards 951. And Collier County commuters, if you're heading onto the alley, limited visibility. Also, if you're in Collier County, there is a crash at mile marker 85 traveling northbound. So this shouldn't affect your commute as you're heading over to the East Coast from Collier, but limited visibility. Just an idea of how dangerous it is right now. That's your up to the minute traffic. I'm Sabrina Katz. Wink News now.
Wink Weather Authority.
After some patchy fog for your Friday morning, good-looking forecast for this afternoon. There is a slight chance for a stray shower, but most are dry. Mid-80s for today and into the weekend, which includes just a few areas of rain. Nothing widespread, not a washout, but just a few of us do get soaked. And then into next week, we're cooler, we're drier, breezy, with lows returning into the 50s and 60s. With Wink News, I'm meteorologist Matt Devitt, the Weather Authority.
Wink News at the top and bottom of the hour.
92.5 Fox News.
We are going to make America great again.
Right, all along.
You want a new look for your kitchen, but you really dread the thought of subjecting your home and family to the mess and fuss created by weeks of remodeling? Cornerstone Builders has the solution. They can give your kitchen an entirely new look in a matter of days, not weeks. Stand by for the phone number to schedule your free in-home consultation. Cornerstone will save you a lot of time and thousands of dollars with a custom kitchen reface. This 4-step process includes 15 cabinet doors, 5 drawer fronts, and includes relaminating your cabinet exteriors, plus new hinges and new knobs or handles. Best part? The price. Just $38.20 for a beautiful thermofoil reface or $78.20 for maple wood reface. Call today to schedule your free in-home consultation. 239-332-3020. That's 332-3020. 239-332-3020. Cornerstone Builders in Fort Myers, Naples, and Marco Island. With 30 years and 22,000 satisfied customers. You know they're gonna wow you. Pool need a checkup? Call the doctor, the Pool Doctor.
Hi, Dr. Mark here. Clients love their salt system for silky smooth water, less maintenance, and they never buy chlorine. If you want the ultimate, we can add a BioShield for UV water disinfection. We're a family company, and for over 40 years, we've been doing business right.
The prescription is the Pool Doctor for award-winning pool service, repairs, and unheard of $39 diagnostic calls. That's mypooldoctor.com or 239-574-1133. State certified CPC 057088.
You should be driving a Kia from Galliana. Galliana Kia.
It's our November clearance event at Galliana Kia in Fort Myers. No reasonable offer refused on any new Kia in stock. Select models with no interest financing for 75 months. All new 2021 Kia Telluride LX lease, just $319 per month. That's right, the hottest SUV in America for just $319 per month. All new 2021 Kia K5 GT line sports sedan lease, $149 per month. Yes, $149 per month. New Kia Sorento LX V6, $8,000 off. Worried about your credit? Don't sweat it. At Galliana Kia in Fort Myers, if you've got $500 down and you make at least $2,000 per month, our lenders can get you approved. Galliana Kia, 1/2 mile south of Daniels Parkway on US 41 in Fort Myers. Open every day, including Sunday. Call 239-481-2600. GallianaCars.com.
You should be driving a Kia from Galliana. Galliana Kia.
36 monthly, 10,000 miles per year, $34.99 due at signing plus tax, title, dealer, and acquisition fee. 0 security deposit with lender approval. $13.33 per month for 1,000 borrowed for 75 months at 0 APR with 0 down. Offers still combined. Expires month end.
Hello, Southwest Florida. I'm Anthony with the American Tradesman Show, and my guest, Gerald Prevet from B&K Water Extraction and Mold Services, and his brother, Brian Prevet from Prevet Plumbing, and my partner, Juan Silva from American Electrical. Join us each week, Saturday mornings between 6 a.m. and 7 a.m., where we talk about something new in the construction field, educating you on anything with the new codes, new requirements, and also the materials and the products that we use on these shows. So we look forward to you listening to our show. God bless America and Semper Fi.
Hoorah! Has the little blue pill let you down? Our expert medical staff at mymensclinic.com can and will help. Guys, if you're suffering from ED, we can fix it. Even if you have tried Viagra and other drugs and they've failed you, we will help. Studies have shown that we offer the most effective non-surgical treatments for ED, even if you have other medical conditions. They're generally no problem. We know that hearing "we can try again next weekend" is tough. When what you want to hear is wow, we at mymensclinic.com have helped thousands of men just like you, thousands more nationally. We can make one simple guarantee, and we do. See our licensed medical staff. If we can't show you positive results during that first appointment, that appointment is free. Guys, let's get the wow back in the bedroom. Guys, let's book online at mymensclinic.com or call 239-307-0125. That's 239-307-0125. Again, mymensclinic.com.
This is 92.5 Fox News.
Daybreak 92.5 Fox News, 239-479-5592, the phone number in the text line. 10,000 for the troops, P.O. Box 877, Fort Myers 33902. Please don't forget about our men and women serving overseas. Next week, we'll have our first count on 10,000 for the troops, so we are looking forward to that. Get your church, your school, your organization together to collect cards, or just maybe your neighborhood. Drew's College of Political Knowledge coming up in about 10 more minutes, so be ready for that. Zach Smith is going to join us from the Heritage Foundation, heritage.org at 8:05. We're going to go over all the latest from Pennsylvania and Georgia and Michigan. Yeah, Michigan. And we're going to get into all the latest lawsuits and rulings and what they're doing in Michigan with some state legislators, state senators, saying, we need to do a recount, everybody. And what about that? I mean, some interesting things that are happening and focusing on these voting irregularities. You know, one of the irregularities that is not being brought up enough by the mainstream media because it goes against the narrative is how many victories, how many wins the president did have in certain areas across the board. And I'm not just talking about, for example, the House, where there's still a lot of questions as to how many House seats will flip to Republicans, but it will not be the other way around. You can even ask Alexandria Ocasio-Cortez. Does she know something we don't? Listen to this. She was asked by one of her constituents about the House of Representatives.
And I have a general question about the House. And why did we lose so many seats? And what needs to be done to get them back next term?
Yeah, why did we lose so many seats, AOC? How are we going to get them back?
So, you know, of course, the loss of the House majority is just extraordinarily upsetting to all of us.
The loss of the House majority is extremely disturbing to all of us. Does she know something we don't know? Did Democrats lose the House? Are they anticipating a loss of the House? Is this one of those things where AOC is like, I'm thinking into the future, 2022. Oh man, are we gonna lose? Is that what she's thinking? I'm not sure. I
am not the expert.
Well, we know that, but there's AOC not sure and whether or not the House majority for Democrats is gone. Okay. Here's the thing. The Blaze had a story yesterday. Democrats hoping to flip Texas to the blue column were stunned and surprised when President Trump won the state on Election Day. But the bigger surprise was that Latinos helped keep the state Republican. What? According to some reports, they voted for Trump after supporting former Democratic presidential candidate Hillary Clinton over their concerns about jobs. Oh, really? In one county, a judge said that he's never seen so many people vote for a Republican in the rural majority Latino community. He says Biden's comments against the oil industry incentivized many of those votes to flip to the Republican column. There's something happening here. There certainly is. Well, look, one thing you can never, ever take away from the president of the United States, Donald Trump, and it's this, that he's still the president. Listen, you got 9 weeks, everybody. You can try and fast track Joe Biden. Can you fast track this part? I'm pointing to his skull. Is there any way to fast track the mind there? Or maybe it's just too late for that. But anyway, for those that are trying to fast track Joe Biden into the White House, slow your roll, because we'll get to that coming up next hour and talk about some of the details of the latest with lawsuits and whether or not we're going to have some counts that may go away that you're not too happy about. But also that the president of the United States has put forward policies that have been tangible to communities across the country. That's every community, every American. We do care about, when we talk about the country, about Americans, do we not? Forgive me, because I'm not a big fan of putting people in boxes or, in groups. I just believe we're all Americans and we're all in this together. I mean, I would hope so. That we care about the rule of law and the Constitution. But having said that, we have to make sure that in the future that we continue to understand the gains that this president has allowed for the Republican Party and the country, quite honestly, to continue, and what that looks like and what those policies are. And the minute you start to see people backing away from the president's policies, the minute you start to see people backing away from the president on the political side, you need to question them. Seriously, you need to ask why. You need to have specifics. More than you were tired of him tweeting and you don't think he's a nice guy. Yeah, you're going to need a little more than that. But there were significant gains. And we're going to talk about that more coming up in the next hour. But I wanted to touch on that. 239-479-5592 is the talk and text line, streaming live on YouTube as well at Drew Steele Radio. By the way, Biden's getting ready to change immigration rules. Wants to do a whole lot if he were the president. Move to fully restore the Obama-era program shielding 640,000 undocumented who were brought here to the U.S., illegals, as children. Also, the 100-day freeze on deportations. What do you think that's going to do to those that are going to try to cross into the country and what that will look like? It will be crazy along our border. It's going to scrap a lot of what the president was able to accomplish during a pandemic. Anybody question that part? See, here's the thing about the left, which is so interesting, that you can have all of these things happening during a pandemic when there is a possibility that a Democrat will be president. And listen, Thanksgiving. Well, no, scratch Thanksgiving because you have to cancel Thanksgiving according to the left now. That's a whole other subject. But, all of a sudden now the vaccine that we come to find out happened during Trump's administration, Operation Warp Speed. Now all of a sudden it's no, that's Biden's vaccine. Just like it's Obama-Biden's economy. Let's not forget that. Yeah, you want people rushing across our borders and 100-day freeze on deportations during the pandemic? Anybody questioning that part of it? No, they don't. All right. What else do we have? Man, we've got so much today that I want to make sure that I touch on. Oh, did I get to that? Okay, here you go. How do you feel about Thanksgiving, everybody? You all ready to cancel it? 239-479-5592. We're told that, listen, if you're going to have Thanksgiving, don't have it in Chicago. So we know that the Chicago Mayor Lori Lightfoot has issued another lockdown advisory and demands that Thanksgiving plans be canceled. Yeah, whatever you're doing with your family, you got to stop. You got to cancel your traditional Thanksgiving plans. Do you realize what you do during Thanksgiving? Listen to Jake Tapper talking to, who is he talking to? I don't know. He's talking to some doctor because he's got a white jacket on. So clearly he's a doctor. Let's see what they're talking about here.
Less risky for traveling, driving or flying?
Oh, that's the easier. Traveling by car is much less risky because you have total control of the environment. You can get takeout food, run into the restroom, do a lot of good hand hygiene, use a wipe on that gasoline pump, and you can control that environment. But if you're traveling by air or bus or train, you're subject to what everybody else around you is doing. They may not be masked. They're getting awfully close. So travel by car if you must travel.
And Professor, we know that get-togethers, even small ones, can spread the virus. In New Jersey alone, 5 coronavirus outbreaks were linked to Halloween parties.
Okay, I'm just wondering how you link, how that's even possible. I love how Jake says, 5 cases linked to Halloween party. How do you know? How do you know it didn't happen when they stopped at the grocery store to go pick something up on the way home? Or how do you know it wasn't from the neighbor? You don't, but we'll make the assumption.
The new CDC guidelines for small gatherings include requiring everyone to wear a mask, even outdoors, avoiding direct contact, including handshakes and hugs, keeping music levels down to avoid people singing or trying to shout over the...
Keeping music levels down to keep people from singing or shouting. There's another reason why you can't have Thanksgiving, because what? Christmas carols? Are you kidding me? You can't have Christmas carols. That's singing. You're singing. Like Elf. I'm singing. No singing. No. There's no singing in the North Pole. Yes, there is. No, there isn't. No, there isn't. Especially not with COVID. No singing at the North Pole. So there you go. Now, some may say, well, these are logical precautions, right? I mean, we should probably cancel Thanksgiving and Christmas. We should be wearing masks even outdoors. Anyone? Is that the same way that some people talk to me about how they're confused about how I can walk outside and I have to wear a mask, and then I walk into a restaurant and then I'm wearing a mask, and then they sit me down at my place to eat, and I'm not wearing a mask the whole time. So COVID is kind of sitting there going, oh, you're ready to eat? Oh, I'm sorry, I'm not going to bother you. Yeah, everybody stay away from these people. COVID, stay away from the people that are eating. And then the minute you're done eating and you walk outside, oh, it's back on. Is that how that works? I'm just asking. Look, here's what we have all been concerned about. Canceling Thanksgiving, lockdowns for 4 to 6 weeks, destroying not only the economy, but probably family members that you know very well, like I do, now suffering from depression, suicidal thoughts, medicating themselves when they never in a million years thought about it because of the pressures that they are constantly up against when it comes to COVID and the fears that are being generated each and every day. The fact that I can read off to you right now a list of 112 articles, thanks to Tom Elliott, the great Tom Elliott of Grabian. Undercutting, lockdowns, masks, distancing. Wearing a face mask could put you at greater risk for coronavirus. COVID-19, children at heightened risk of abuse, neglect, exploitation, violence amidst intensifying containment measures. Coronavirus canceled her chemotherapy. Should cancer patients still go to appointments? Governor Andrew Cuomo quarantining everyone, quote, probably not the best public health strategy. Lockdowns around the world bring rise in domestic violence. I could go on. There's 112 of them. Are we not allowed to question that side? How many deaths? How many things that are happening on the other side of all of this COVID panic? You know, the science. Can we question some of it? But the other thing ultimately is, for me, we're going to get to your calls now, 239-479-5592, is, look, we can handle this. We're big boys and girls. I'm not living in fear anymore. You shouldn't live in fear anymore either. Don't live in fear. Just be responsible. Common sense. Personal responsibility. You got this. Go look Find out the information. Get the details on what is and what isn't. The reality of some of what is happening with COVID. And then be personally responsible and make the right choices for you and your family. That's it. Don't live in fear. I'm tired of it. I'm just tired of living in fear every single day. I mean, I don't, but you shouldn't. I don't want my family doing it either. All right, 239-479-5592. Drew's College of Political Knowledge. 4 questions on politics. The more you get right, the higher the degree. We'll see if you earn a PhD. If you would like to play right now, we would love to have you. Caller number 5 gets to play Drew's College next on Daybreak 92.5 Fox News, right all along with traffic. Here is Sabrina Katz.
A crash at State Road 82 in Sunshine is causing a delay at a standstill, actually. Traffic, this is between Alabama to Sunshine on 82. So you can't avoid this if you hop on Lee Boulevard. It's completely up to speed. Also, a crash reported on the Cape Coral Bridge. This is adding to that morning rush. Traffic at a standstill for almost 2 miles. Don't get stuck in this morning. You can hop onto the Midpoint Bridge. There is the normal morning rush as well on the Midpoint Bridge, but it's going to be faster than the Cape Bridge. The Trip to the Minute Traffic. I'm Sabrina Katz. Wink News now.
Wink Weather Authority.
For today, mainly dry after we start with some patchy fog. Temperatures in the mid-80s with a mixture of sunshine and clouds. Just a few showers for the weekend, but not a washout with more of those 80s on the way. With Wink News, I'm meteorologist Matt Devitt, the Weather Authority.
Wink News at the top and bottom of the hour.
There's the left way, and then there's the right way. 92.5 Fox News.
Heroes nowadays can be anyone. And no, they don't have to fly, or have X-ray vision, or superhuman strength. See, in Naples, our heroes wear masks. They practice physical distancing. They wash their hands regularly. NCH Healthcare System and the City of Naples are counting on you to be a hero and wear a mask. Because in Naples, all heroes wear masks.
1 hour air conditioning and heating, always on time, or you don't pay a dime. Please visit us at www.onehourairnaples.com or call 844-1-HOUR.
Sometimes in business, the unexpected comes calling. From rent increases to increased orders to, I'm gonna say it, unprecedented times. But don't bounce back. Bounce forward with Comcast Business. Bounce forward fast with internet speeds up to a gig, with the flexibility to update your bandwidth in just a few clicks, and with security solutions that help keep your connected devices protected. Be fast, be flexible, be ready for what's next, and bounce forward with Comcast Business. Help your business bounce forward with this amazing offer. Get started with a powerful and reliable internet and voice solution from Comcast Business for $35 each a month for 24 months for 2 years when you buy both. Plus, ask how to get a $250 prepaid card when you upgrade. Call 1-800-501-6000 or go to ComcastBusiness.com today to find out more. Restrictions apply. Limited to new Comcast Business 35 megabits per second internet and one voice mobility customers. Early termination fee applies. Enrollment in EcoBill and autopay required. Equipment installation taxes and fees extra subject to change. Prepaid card offer ends 11/15/20 and requires business internet 1 gig double play.
Drew's College of Political Knowledge is presented by France Eye Care. Better vision, better life.
Attention, class. It's time for Drew's College of Political Knowledge.
It's Drew's College.
All right, let's go to Scott. Scott's in Fort Myers. Good morning, Scott.
Hey, good morning.
It's Drew's College of Political Knowledge. 4 questions on politics. The more you get right, the higher the degree. We'll see if you earn a PhD. Your associate's degree question, sir, starts right now. Hey, Scott, can you remember before this election, the last Democrat to run for president of the United States?
Before this election, it would have been Barack Obama. I'm sorry, Hillary Clinton.
Oh, how could you forget about Hills? Come on.
I try to.
Yeah, well, there you go. That's a double ding. Can you double ding him? All right, so you got it. No. Yes. There's an associate's to see if you get a bachelor's degree on this question. Why does the United States flag have 13 stripes?
For the 13 original colonies.
That is correct, sir. All right, you got a bachelor's. We'll see if you get a master's degree on this question. Who vetoes bills? Who is it exactly that vetoes bills?
That would be the president.
That is correct, sir.
All right.
All right, you got a master's, a PhD on this very question. You remember President Richard Nixon, right? You remember him as president of the United States? Think about that time period. Richard Nixon's president of the United States. Who was president before him?
Before Richard Nixon was Lyndon Johnson.
That is correct, sir.
All right.
Yes, Scott. Look at you. You're the smartest man on your phone. Congratulations to you. You got yourself a PhD today on Drew's College. That is quite the work. And hopefully, by the way, you're getting your Christmas cards together to send to our servicemen and women overseas with $10,000 for the troops. I hope you will not forget about that.
I will not forget. No, I won't.
All right. Well, I do appreciate it. Scott, thank you so much for playing. Thanks for the call. And thanks to others who have called. We do it each and every day at 7:50. So that will be coming up on Monday once again. All right. Stay there. You're wondering what's going on in Pennsylvania, Georgia, Michigan. The latest. We'll have it coming up.
This is Daybreak, 92.5 Fox News.
I was in foot pain for 20 years, trying to give it relief, buying all these different insoles. Drugstore insoles, custom insoles. I spent thousands of dollars. I bought all these products, and not a single one worked. I really, truly needed to have relief in my feet. And the Good Feet arch supports were what gave me the relief I needed.
For over 20 years, we've been helping people like Teresa actually live the life they love without their feet getting in the way.
They wanted to make sure that I got something that my feet felt good in, not somebody else's feet. I love the fact that I can wear these arch supports in all my shoes. I have boots, I have cowboy boots, I have running shoes, I have walking shoes, I have flat shoes, I have heels. It makes me so happy. If you ask my husband, he will crack up because there is no store I would rather go in than a shoe store. I'm Teresa, and that's my Good Feet story.
See what we can do for you with a free personalized arch support fitting at the Good Feet store.
Call 552-FEET or visit us in Naples or our newest store in Fort Myers.
Hundreds of happy customers all across Southwest Florida have already gotten the full original base MSRP for their trade-in. It's not too late for you to do the same, but only if you come see us here at Naples Nissan. Yes, you can still bring us that 5, 6, 7-year-old car you're driving now, and we'll pay you the same price that you paid for it so you can drive home in a brand new Nissan. Yeah, so whatever it was worth back in 2014, that's exactly what it'll be worth now. But only at Naples Nissan. We don't care where you bought it from or if it was already used when you bought it. If it's a 2014 or newer with less than 80,000 miles on it, we're paying you the full original base MSRP for it. Go to naplesnissan.com and pick out your favorite new Nissan model. Then come see us on Pine Ridge Road so you can drive home in that brand new Nissan today. Get all the details at naplesnissan.com. Offers on select models with approved credit and cannot be combined.
92.5 WFSX Estero. It's 8 o'clock on Southwest Florida's news and talk station, 92.5 Fox News.
This Wink News Update is presented by New South Window Solutions. Find them online at newsouthwindow.com.
Now, this is a Wink News Update.
I'm Corey Lazar with Wink News. 4 women have come forward saying a man tried to get them into his van. One woman says he grabbed her during her run and threw her in the vehicle. This happened in the Naples Park neighborhood of Collier County. The women range in age from 15 to 40 years old. Last night, Collier County deputies went door to door passing out flyers with pictures of the suspect. Also in Naples, the mayor's office tells Wink News leaders there will discuss a mask mandate on December 3rd. Back in July, the city declined to implement their mask mandate and chose to go with a public awareness campaign that strongly encouraged you to wear a face mask. The 48th annual Fort Myers Boat Show starts today. It was pushed back because of the weather. It's happening along the Caloosahatchee River in downtown Fort Myers from 10 a.m. to 6 p.m. today and Saturday. It ends at 5 on Sunday. It's $16 to get in. A man accused of sending text messages threatening a mass shooting is out of jail this morning. He was released late last night. Investigators say Joseph Devalier was fired from his job at the FedEx facility in Fort Myers recently. They say he made inappropriate sexual comments and slashed a table with a box cutter to try and intimidate someone. He's charged with 1 count of intimidation and sending a threat to conduct a mass shooting. The Lake County School District is expected to discuss new procedures for COVID testing on Monday. Any students showing symptoms would isolate, and a nurse would evaluate them for high and low risk symptoms. If they're both present, they would call a parent and offer a COVID-19 test. Southwest Florida is picking up the pieces from Ada. Cleanup is underway at Fort Myers Beach this morning. The storm washed sand up on shore and inside some businesses like the Cottage Beach Bar. The general manager of Sanibel Castaways says none of their beach cottages suffered damages inside thanks to putting up sandbags on the outside. I'm Corey Lazar. Wink News Now.
Wink News Traffic.
A crash at State Road 82 in Sunshine is causing a delay at a standstill, actually. Traffic, this is between Alabama to Sunshine on 82. So you can't avoid this if you hop on Lee Boulevard. It's completely up to speed. Also, a crash reported on the Cape Coral Bridge. This is adding to that morning rush. Traffic at a standstill for almost 2 miles. Don't get stuck in this morning. You can hop onto the Midpoint Bridge. There is the normal morning rush as well on the Midpoint Bridge, but it's going to be faster than the Cape Bridge. The Trip to the Minute traffic, I'm Sabrina Katz. Wink News now.
Wink Weather Authority.
After some patchy fog for your Friday morning, good-looking forecast for this afternoon. There is a slight chance for a stray shower, but most are dry. Mid-80s for today and into the weekend, which includes just a few areas of rain. Nothing widespread, not a washout, but just a few of us do get soaked. And then into next week, we're cooler, we're drier, breezy, with lows returning into the 50s and 60s. With Wink News, I'm meteorologist Matt Devitt, Weather Authority.
Wink News at the top and bottom of the hour.
More delightful than driving a convertible Bentley while wearing mink underpants. 92.5 Fox News. Right all along.
Hi, this is Earl Ron, president of New South Window. At New South, we are determined to build the best Florida window. Energy-efficient windows that stand up to heat and hurricanes. We call it the ultimate Florida window. Factory direct and guaranteed for life. New South has installed tens of thousands of windows across the state and has been named one of the fastest-growing window companies in the nation. And that is why we're New South proud.
Going on now. Save 35% off factory direct windows and doors. Visit newsouthwindow.com.
Hey, Sean Hannity here. Cathedral Roofing Innovations, the tile roof experts in Southwest Florida. They have an important message for anyone who has had these three things happen. Now, if you answer yes to all three, you have to call Cathedral Roofing Innovations today. 1, did you file any roof damage claim to your insurance company in the last 3 years? 2, do you have a tile roof? 3, did your insurance company deny your claim and only pay for a small repair? Look, I know thousands of you listened and answered yes to all three questions. Now, even if your claim was denied, there are still ways to get your new tile roof. Do not let the opportunity to increase the value of your home go by. In some cases, we're talking about $75,000 to $100,000. It's not too late. Now, all you have to do is contact Cathedral Roofing Innovations. Just go to cathedralroofingnaples.com right now to start increasing the value of your home. That's cathedralroofingnaples.com.
License number CCC 1331928.
Water is life in Southwest Florida. It drives our economy from tourism to fishing to boating and quality of life. This is Adam Botana from Baywater Exclusive Boat Club, and we talk water for an hour every weekend on Fox News Radio. We feature guests on water quality, water safety, and water fun, including great boating day trips and tips on fishing. Join us this Saturday at 7 a.m. for the Baywater Exclusive Boat Club Hour with Adam Botana on 92.5 Fox News.
Dell Technologies just announced their Black Friday sale. They're releasing new doorbusters every weekday, plus up to 50% off cutting-edge tech for your business. There's no better time to upgrade your small business with the latest laptops and desktops with Intel Core processors, plus there's free shipping on everything. Yes, everything. Give Dell Technologies advisors a call. They'll identify the right tech solution for your business. Call 877-ASK-DELL or go to Dell.com/SB Black Friday. That's 877-ASK-DELL.
Carolers! That's the holiday spirit. Speaking of which, Simply Safe Home Security is having a huge holiday sale. Right now, you can get 30% off a new system and a free camera at simplysafe.com/holiday. That's 30% off the system U.S. News named the best of 2020. Simply Safe protects your whole home 24/7 with monitoring by professionals. The sale ends soon, so go to simplysafe.com/holiday for 30% off and a free camera today.
From 92.5 Fox News.
It's the stuff Southwest Florida is talking about.
It's Daybreak. Now, here's the guy at the epicenter of what's important to those of us who live in Southwest Florida. Drew Steve.
Well, good morning, Southwest Florida. Glad you're here. 239-479-5592 is the talk and text line, streaming live on YouTube anytime you want to watch at Drew Steele Radio. Steele with 3 E's. Please subscribe to the channel. Zach Smith from the Heritage Foundation coming up in just a second. Want to remind you that we still are doing 10,000 for the troops. We do it each and every year. We are excited once again to do it. As you know, We are trying to get 10,000 Christmas cards for our men and women serving overseas. Last year, we had the honor to fly out to Ramstein Air Base in Germany and hand deliver your cards. And it was an incredible experience. They were, quite honestly, they were shocked, surprised that we were there just for that purpose. But it was very special, and I cannot tell you how much it means to them. So please understand that and know that it's an exciting time. So get your Christmas card together. Don't seal the card. No glitter inside. They have to be vetted. Kim Gade over at Lee Health and the great volunteers there work overtime to vet all the cards so they can get shipped out and transport. December 5th is the deadline. So make sure that you get all your cards together, your group, your organization, your schools, individuals. 10,000 for the troops. P.O. Box 877, Fort Myers 33902. And do remember that you can text the word troops to 239-479-5592, and you'll have the address right there on your phone. So pretty simple, straightforward, and thank you so much for supporting each and every year 10,000 for the troops. All right, Zach Smith, here he is, legal fellow at the Heritage Foundation, heritage.org, joining us this morning on Daybreak, 92.5 Fox News. Zach, it's Drew Steele. How are you, my friend?
I'm doing well, Drew. Thanks so much for having me on.
Well, it's great to have you on, and I'll tell you, it's almost like, I feel like sometimes, Zach, we just need to jump to the lead story here, and maybe we just get right to it. Because everybody is asking. We're going through the constitutional process here. Anybody who's calling any race for Joe Biden needs to just sit back and relax a minute, because the process, the Constitution is in play right now, and that is a good thing.
Yeah, that's absolutely right, Drew. Even though the news networks have already called the race, that's not the official result. And in fact, states have until December 8th to certify their election results. So we've seen lawsuits filed in a lot of states like Michigan, Georgia, Pennsylvania, Nevada, Arizona. And I think it's important for us as citizens to let those lawsuits play out, to find out if there is any fraud or any other irregularities that we need to address. And if there is evidence of that, and we find out that, in fact, illegal ballots were cast, we need to be sure those ballots are excluded, and that we find out how we can prevent that from happening again in the future. And so it is good that this process is playing out, and it's a process that takes time, and we have that time built into our legal system.
Yeah, it is amazing how it is all built in and how this all does work with the Electoral College. The brilliance on display of the founders in putting this together is remarkable. And even in Pennsylvania, dare I say, with this judge's ruling yesterday that some late ballots won't count, the idea here is that when we're talking about the legal side of this, and I think it's so important that we stress this in Pennsylvania, because I think this has ramifications to other states as well, and certainly into the future, that you can't just decide without equal protection that some in your state, in Pennsylvania's case, blue areas, will get remedy for ballots, let's just say, as one example of many that they've brought forward, that you get the remedy of being called before Election Day and saying, hey, there's a problem with the ballot here. You want to come and fix this, but not afford that same remedy to those in red counties, which seem to be the case. That's the kind of legalese that we're going through here, right? Some of the minutia that's going on in Pennsylvania.
That's right. And in Pennsylvania, there are actually a number of lawsuits going on. But I think it's important for everyone to realize, and what we've seen across many states this past year, it's important to remember that the U.S. Constitution gives state legislatures the power to set the election procedures and the election rules that people in their state follow. And what we've seen this year is that other officials, governors, state election officials, state court judges, federal court judges, all stepped in at the last minute and changed those election procedures. And not only did that create chaos in some cases, create problems in processing ballots because of those late changes. It really took the power away from the entity, the state legislatures, that the Constitution gives it to. And so I think as we move forward, that's something that we all need to keep in mind, something that we really need to focus on and really put pressure on our state legislatures to set the clear rules of the road well in advance of the election, and then remind other officials to basically not interfere and change those rules at the last minute before an election.
Yeah, and I have to say, and now I'm going to play devil's advocate, if you will. I'm going to kind of step back and take another side of this, and which is, I love that, Zach. I love that you're saying that. I love that we should have state legislators that lay the groundwork. But Pennsylvania did, right? It was there. It was this rogue, this Secretary of State and others who decided they were going to circumvent the constitutional ability of the state legislators to put this forward. That's the concern, right? It's fantastic that legislators would do this, but ultimately, that's why I think people feel some hope and a sense of hope in this case, Zach, is that if we can, in concrete, if we can go to the Supreme Court and say, yes, it is about state legislatures. It is about them laying the groundwork. You can't start to change this willy-nilly on the fly during an election. It doesn't work that way. That's why I think people are feeling some hope, right? Because that's what they're looking at. They want this to go to the Supremes. They want this to go to courts to be able to have them say, no. What you said, Zach, that we've already codified this in law. We've already done this, and there will be consequences if you try to do something outside of the law.
Well, I think there are two prongs to talk about with regards to that, Drew. The first is that there is a case pending before the U.S. Supreme Court right now dealing with the Pennsylvania Supreme Court's order that late-arrived absentee ballots had to be counted. The U.S. Supreme Court declined to take up that case twice before the election, but it's still pending before them. And I think the hope of many people is that they will take it up and do exactly what you said. Remind state officials, remind all of us, again, that it is state legislatures that have this authority. And then the second prong to that is I think it's our duty as citizens and voters to basically hold our elected officials accountable. And so if other authorities, entities within a state kind of step in and usurp the power of the state legislatures, I think it's important for us as voters to remind them that that's not their roles, and again, to hold them accountable at the ballot box if they continue to do that.
Yeah. Zach, it sounds like a vicious circle. It's like we want to hold them accountable at the ballot box, but the ballot box is corrupt sometimes because you have people that come in and they get rogue against the legislators, and then next thing you know, we got to go back to the ballot box to get those people out. But do you see what I'm saying? It's like this ugly circle. That's what people feel. That's why the rule of law here in the Constitution is so important. That if we can get that out of this, and certainly that will help the president. And I'm not giving up hope here, and my listeners are not, that there could be a different result because of this and other cases that are out there. But certainly, of all things that we could come out with, we have to make sure that people are held responsible when it comes to the courts, because that's where we go, Zach. We don't go to the streets. We don't burn and loot and destroy buildings and personal property when we don't get what we want. We go to the courts. We do it the right way. We do it the legal way. We care about the rule of law and morality in this country. And I'm sorry, I'm getting off. I'm getting off track. I get excited, Zach. You can tell. I get a little crazy when it comes to this because that's what we want to see. But now, by the way, Zach Smith joining us on Daybreak 92.5 Fox News, legal fellow at the Heritage Foundation, heritage.org, a fantastic website. Zach, when it comes to some of the other cases that are out there. Specifically, now Michigan is not. What is going on right now in Michigan? Because I heard that there were state senators that were demanding that the state do a full election audit. Will they get the audit in the state? I wonder if that's something that we might see.
You know, it's hard to say if the Secretary of State there will comply with that request, but they did issue a request yesterday And this was after the Joint Oversight Committee of the Michigan Legislature met this past weekend. They had a special session on Saturday to issue some subpoenas, request information from state election officials. And so hopefully they will find out what happened, why vote counting in places like Detroit were taking so long, why we saw the pictures of people putting up kind of those poster board, cutouts over the windows.
Oh, it's transparency, Zach. It's for transparency. No, they're actually magnifying. It's amazing how it magnifies what you can see in those windows when you put up the cardboard. It's just ridiculous. But go ahead. Sorry.
No, so that's certainly one to watch. Another interesting suit I think to watch moving forward is the one out of Nevada. There, the state for the first time really moved to a vote-by-mail system for basically the entire state. And unfortunately, what we've seen in places like Nevada is their voter rolls are very bad. They're out of date. They're not kept up. There are dead people on there. There are people who have moved out of state many, many years ago. And so now the allegation is that potentially thousands of ineligible people cast ballots in this past election cycle. And so I think that'll be an important lawsuit to watch moving forward and highlights an important issue that every state needs to pay attention to, and that's the importance of keeping accurate, up-to-date voter registration rolls.
Yeah, and again, I hate to editorialize, but here we go. We get back to the vicious circle, which is you got to have people that want to do it, Zach. You've got to have people who want ID when you show up at a polling place, want to know that you are who you say you are. You want people to purge the voter rolls of dead people and people don't live in the state. You have to have willing partners in the process, and unfortunately, that's what so many people have been worried about for years, is that if you don't have that, then how do you fight that? And I guess that's go back to the election process. If you get people elected in those places of authority, then they could make sure that it happens, as opposed to some who are a little laxed. Zach, before we go, last thing I would ask you, as you round all this out, time's of the essence, right? So is it a situation where there is time before, because I know especially in Michigan, the talk was, we want this done, this full recount, before the results are certified. The certification, does it need to happen on a day specific in every single state, or could it happen at any time and then all bets are off?
So state law, it varies across states by state law when they certify their results. But there's a federal law that says as long as states certify their results by December 8th, and they followed state law in doing so, those results will be presumptively valid. And so I think all of the state officials, all of the court officials involved in these recounts kind of are working with that December 8th deadline in the back of their mind. And so, we're quickly approaching December 8th, but there is time before we hit that date, again, for these lawsuits to take place, for these investigations to take place. And really, I think it's important that they do take place, again, so that we can all have confidence in our electoral system. And if there are problems, find out what they are and work toward fixing them.
Yeah. All right. Good stuff. Zach Smith joining us on Daybreak, 92.5 Fox News. You can follow him there, legal fellow at the Heritage Foundation, heritage.org. And the last thing I say, Zach, is go Gators, right? Isn't that
Absolutely. Go Gators.
I just thought I would throw that in there. There are some people now.
Always a good thing to throw in.
Yeah, for some, not for everybody. Let's be honest, Zach. Not for everybody. It all depends, but it's all in good fun. All right, Zach. We'll see you soon. All the best. Thanks so much. That was great.
Thanks so much. Take care.
Bye-bye. All right, Zach Smith joining us. The interesting part of this is. And it's fundamental, and it's maybe that was the lead. You have to decide, and you have to see who are the individuals that are for voter ID. Who are the individuals against it? Who are those that are for purging the voter rolls, and who are not? Who are the ones that believe in mass mail-in ballots, and those that don't believe that you indiscriminately just throw out ballots like that because fraud could be rampant, a la now. And hopefully there will be a reckoning across the country. Let's go to break, Jake. There will be a reckoning across the country after this, no matter what the outcome is, of at least that part of it. The problem becomes if there's something extracurricular, let's just say, that is happening outside of the purview, which would be what's going on with these Dominion machines? What's going on with the software in these voting machines? Why are the votes going out of the country to places like Spain before they get here for the count? How is that possible? Is it? I'll see if we have some time to play Rudy Giuliani's audio from his appearance on Lou Dobbs' program yesterday. Pretty shocking stuff. Coming up, Daybreak, 92.5 Fox News. Let's find out what's happening with traffic. Here's Sabrina Katz.
We are slammed on Cape Parkway starting from Santa Barbara all the way to the Cape Coral Bridge. Also delays over the Midpoint Bridge. If you want to avoid this, go into North Fort Myers and take the Edison or Caloosahatchee to get into downtown Fort Myers. They're both up to speed. Also, a traffic light reported out at the intersection of Immokalee and Livingston. The left turn lane to get onto Livingston from Immokalee Road, if you're heading off of I-75, is not cycling properly. There's also a crash in Lehigh at 82 and Sunshine Boulevard, slowing traffic pretty much at a standstill from Alabama all the way to Sunshine. That's your up-to-the-minute traffic. I'm Sabrina Katz. Wink News now.
Wink Weather Authority.
For today, mainly dry after we start with some patchy fog. Temperatures in the mid-80s with a mixture of sunshine and clouds. Just a few showers for the weekend, but not a washout, with more of those 80s on the way. With Wink News, I'm meteorologist Matt Devitt, the Weather Authority.
Wink News at the top and bottom of the hour.
Tougher than plastic, harder than wood. Nothing beats the power of steel. Drew Steel, weekday mornings at 6 on 92.5 Fox News.
With the Diamond District, you get the best of both worlds. Jason and Todd are wholesale diamond brokers selling to the public and jewelry stores across the country at wholesale prices. The Diamond District is also a retail store that you can visit every day and see the largest selection of GIA and Forevermark loose certified diamonds.
Hi, I'm Keith, the owner of Storm Shield Windows and Doors in North Fort Myers. And when it comes to hurricane windows and doors, you have two choices, Storm Shield and all the rest. Here's what our client Lauren had to say.
Our windows made a difference in terms of how our house looked. So it looked 30 years old with our old windows. And now that we have our new Storm Shield windows, they look totally different. Our coastal look is coming along. We definitely have other projects to do, but the look alone of these windows has definitely improved our house. We have more energy efficient windows than we had before. It's quiet, and we definitely know in the event of a storm that we're safe and secure.
Storm Shield's windows and doors reduce the exterior noise by up to 80%, and our clients typically see an average energy savings of 40%. Why choose Storm Shield? Because everyone deserves the best. Call us today at 239-491-7002 or visit stormshieldSWFL.com.
At home with Robert, retired burglar and family man.
Carolers! That's the holiday spirit. Speaking of which, Simply Safe Home Security is having a huge holiday sale. Right now, you can get 30% off a new system and a free camera at simplysafe.com/holiday. That's 30% off the system U.S. News named the best of 2020. Simply Safe protects your whole home 24/7 with monitoring by professionals. The sale ends soon, so go to simplysafe.com/holiday for 30% off and a free camera today.
Hi, I'm Jay Farner, CEO of Quicken Loans, America's largest mortgage lender. Spring will be here soon, so if buying a new home is on your to-do list, right now is the time to call Quicken Loans. Learn about which mortgage options make sense for you and get a jump on your competition. With our exclusive Rate Shield approval, the low rate you lock today is protected for up to 90 days while you shop for your new home. With a Rate Shield approval, if rates go up, your low rate stays locked. But if rates go down, you get that new, even lower rate. Either way, you win. Talk to us today at 800-QUICKEN or go to rocketmortgage.com to take advantage. Here's another great reason to work with us. For a record 9 years in a row, J.D. Power has ranked Quicken Loans highest in the nation in customer satisfaction for primary mortgage origination. Again, to lock in today's low mortgage interest rate and get the security of our exclusive Rate Shield approval, call us today at 800-QUICKEN or go to rocketmortgage.com.
For J.D. Power award information, visit jdpower.com. Rate Shield approval only valid on certain 30-year fixed-rate loans. Call for cost information and conditions. Equal housing lender. License in all 50 states. NMLS number 3030.
Have you been lied to? Lied to by Washington politicians and the Wall Street propaganda machine? Hi, I'm Inc. Magazine best-selling author Brett Kitchen, and if you're over 55 with an IRA or 401k, I want to give you a free copy of my new book, Wealth Beyond Wall Street, because according to Time Magazine, machine, Wall Street's 401ks have failed millions of Americans. After losing 35% in my IRA and the crash years ago, I said enough. And since then, I discovered a way to grow money potential double digits, reduce taxes dramatically, and also have my money protected when the next stock market crash hits. When the next market crash hits, you lose nothing. Call Wealth Beyond Wall Street now to get your free book and talk to a specialist to discover this little-known strategy to get potential double-digit growth during good years and never lose in the market crashes.
Call 1-800-346-9797
to discover this asset that people like Walt Disney and JCPenney use to grow wealthy. Plus, when you call right now, you get free shipping and handling, no credit card required. And I'll send you a free copy of the audiobook so you can listen in your car.
Call 1-800-346-9797. That's 1-800-346-9797. 1-800-346-9797.
This is 92.5 Fox News.
All right, I just want to remind everybody, coming up, top 5 audio clips of the day is the 5 at 8:35, and I want you to I want you to pay close attention to the number one audio clip of the day, because it is Rudy Giuliani last night on Lou Dobbs. And you're not going to believe what he said about these voting machines and Dominion and the software. If true, it's outrageous. He says he has the evidence. You'll hear that coming up and more on the way in just a few more minutes. Top 5 audio clips of the day, the 5 at 8:35, coming up on Daybreak 92.5 Fox News, right all along.
This is Daybreak. 92.5 Fox News.
Hey, Sean Hannity here. Cathedral Roofing Innovations, the tile roof experts in Southwest Florida, they have an important message for anyone who has had these 3 things happen. Now, if you answer yes to all 3, you have to call Cathedral Roofing Innovations today. 1, did you file any roof damage claim to your insurance company in the last 3 years? 2, do you have a tile roof? 3, did your insurance company deny your claim and only pay for a small repair? Look, I know thousands of you listened and answered yes to all 3 questions. Now, even if your claim was denied, there are still ways to get your new tile roof. Do not let the opportunity to increase the value of your home go by. In some cases, we're talking about $75,000 to $100,000. It's not too late. Now, all you have to do is contact Cathedral Roofing Innovations. Just go to cathedralroofingnaples.com right now to start increasing the value of your home. That's cathedralroofingnaples.com.
License number CCC 1331928.
You should be driving a Kia from Galliana. Galliana Kia.
It's our November clearance event at Galliana Kia in Fort Myers. No reasonable offer refused on any new Kia in stock. Select models with no interest financing for 75 months. All new 2021 Kia Telluride LX lease, just $319 per month. That's right, the hottest SUV in America for just $319 per month. All new 2021 Kia K5 GT line sports sedan lease, $149 per month. Yes, $149 per month. New Kia Sorento LX V6, $8,000 off. Worried about your credit? Don't sweat it. At Galliana Kia in Fort Myers, if you've got $500 down and you make at least $2,000 per month, our lenders can get you approved. Galliana Kia, 1/2 mile south of Daniels Parkway on US 41 in Fort Myers. Open every day, including Sunday. Call 239-481-2600. GallianaCars.com.
You should be driving a Kia from Galliana. Galliana Kia.
36 month lease, 10,000 miles per year, $34.99 due at signing plus tax, title, dealer, and acquisition fee. 0 security deposit with lender approval. $13.33 per month for 1,000 borrowed for 75 months at 0 APR with 0 down. Offers don't combine. Expires month end.
And now a word from Dr. Johnston at 596-BACK.
Across the country, there has been a major increase in the number of back and neck pain cases. Most researchers attribute it to a decrease in the amount of activity people have been getting. This leads to pinched or compressed spinal nerves. These same nerves go down into people's legs and arms. I've especially noticed this among those with stenosis, arthritis, or bulging herniated discs. This pain, weakness, or numbness should not be ignored. Action needs to be taken. If you suffer from one of these conditions, or even scoliosis or neuropathy, it's important to get your condition correctly diagnosed and treated. At Johnston Spinal Care, we treat these conditions non-surgically, without needles or medications, using spinal decompression, completely safe and painless. Call today for a no-charge telephone consultation or MRI review. Johnston Spinal Care. We're here for you. Call 596-BACK, 596-BACK. That's 596-2225.
This Wink News Update is presented by Stevie Tomato Sports Page in Fort Myers, Cape Coral, and Naples.
Now, this is a Wink News Update.
I'm Corey Lazar with Wink News. 4 women have come forward saying a man tried to get them into his van. One woman says he grabbed her during her run and threw her in the vehicle. This happened in the Naples Park neighborhood of Collier County. The women range in age from 15 to 40 years old. Last night, Collier County deputies went door to door passing out flyers with pictures of the suspect. Also in Naples, the mayor's office tells Wink News leaders there will discuss a mask mandate on December 3rd. Back in July, the city declined to implement their mask mandate and chose to go with a public awareness campaign that strongly encouraged you to wear a face mask. The 48th annual Fort Myers Boat Show starts today. It was pushed back because of the weather. It's happening along the Caloosahatchee River in downtown Fort Myers from 10 a.m. to 6 p.m. today and Saturday. It ends at 5 on Sunday. It's $16 to get in. A man accused of sending text messages threatening a mass shooting is out of jail this morning. He was released late last night. Investigators say Joseph Devalier was fired from his job at the FedEx facility in Fort Myers recently. They say he made inappropriate sexual comments and slashed a table with a box cutter to try and intimidate someone. He's charged with 1 count of intimidation and sending a threat to conduct a mass shooting. The Lake County School District is expected to discuss new procedures for COVID testing on Monday. Any students showing symptoms would isolate, and a nurse would evaluate them for high and low risk symptoms. If they're both present, they would call a parent and offer a COVID-19 test. Southwest Florida is picking up the pieces from Ada. Cleanup is underway at Fort Myers Beach this morning. The storm washed sand up on shore and inside some businesses like the Cottage Beach Bar. The general manager of Sanibel Castaways says none of their beach cottages suffer damages inside thanks to putting up sandbags on the outside. I'm Corey Lazar. Wink News Now.
Wink News Traffic.
We are slammed on Cape Parkway starting from Santa Barbara all the way to the Cape Coral Bridge. Also delays over the Midpoint Bridge. If you want to avoid this, go into North Fort Myers and take the Edison or Caloosahatchee to get into downtown Fort Myers. They're both up to speed. Also, a traffic light reported out at the intersection of Immokalee and Livingston. The left turn lane to get onto Livingston from Immokalee Road, if you're heading off of I-75, is not cycling properly. There's also a crash in Lehigh at 82 and Sunshine Boulevard, slowing traffic pretty much at a standstill from Alabama all the way to Sunshine. That's your up to the minute traffic. I'm Sabrina Katz. Wink News Now.
Wink Weather Authority.
After some patchy fog for your Friday morning, good-looking forecast for this afternoon. There is a slight chance for a stray shower, but most are dry. Mid-80s for today and into the weekend, which includes just a few areas of rain. Nothing widespread, not a washout, but just a few of us do get soaked. And then into next week, we're cooler, we're drier, breezy, with lows returning into the 50s and 60s. With Wink News, I'm meteorologist Matt Devitt, the Weather Authority.
Wink News at the top and bottom of the hour.
When your liberal relatives from up north come for a month, turn up 92.5 Fox News in the house, in the car, and on the radio at the beach. 92.5 Fox News. Right all along.
Steven Tomatoes Sports Page. Come for the food, stay for the sports.
It's Big Al from Stevie Tomatoes Sports Page. Do you feel like you're the forgotten person in this great country, working hard all your life and contributing to this country's greatness, but taken for granted by our politicians' quest for voters? Using their slogan, more taxes will set you free. At Stevie's, you are not forgotten. We love our customers and never want them to feel forgotten. We deliver the value you deserve with our food, service, and pricing. Making our customers feel special is our happiness. As the owner of Stevie Tomatoes, we cater to the forgotten person. Those of you who go about every day doing what it takes for them and their family while contributing to this country's greatness, its culture and values. I personally invite you to allow us to be a small part of what makes you feel special, and we promise to obtain your complete satisfaction. I guarantee it. For daily specials, go to StevieTomato.com. Stevie Tomato Sports Page in Cape Coral, Fort Myers, and Naples. Come, come, come.
Tyler McDaniel here, and Brad McDaniel. We're the second generation of Ken Marcare. For our whole lives, our father Ken McDaniel raised us and instilled in us the work ethic and morals which we operate under and live by today. Ken Marcare has teamed up with Maytag to bring high-quality products to you covered by Maytag's exclusive 12-year parts and 12-year dependability promise on select purchases. Be treated like family. Call Ken Marcare. 239-437-7040. That's 437-7040. And online at kenmarcare.com. License number CAC 057163.
Trust. It's the rock-solid foundation of Moran Wealth Management. Over 40 years ago, they began advising clients on ways to help meet their financial goals. 4 decades later, we've helped many reach their goals of providing for themselves, their families, and future generations. CEO Tom Moran has assembled an impressive team of professionals, each committed to the same core concept. Tom is recognized by Barron's as a Hall of Fame advisor. To be named a Hall of Fame advisor, the advisor has to have been ranked by Barron's consecutively for the last 10 years in any of their rankings. Let us earn your trust. Call 239-920-4440 or visit moranwm.com. Barron's rankings are based on data provided by thousands of advisors. Factors included in the rankings were assets under management, revenue produced for the firm, regulatory record, length of service, quality of practice, and client retention. Investment products and services are offered through Wells Fargo Advisors Financial Network, LLC, WFAFN, member SIPC. Moran Wealth Management is a separate entity from WFAFN.
This is 92.5 Fox News.
All right, it's Daybreak 92.5 Fox News. Mike Opelka, pureopelka.com, coming up in just a second. First, the top 5 audio clips of the day. Here we go. It's the 5 at 8:35.
Drew's Top 5 at 8:35 is brought to you by Moran Wealth Management. Isn't it time to review your portfolio options? Go to moranwm.com.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Drew's 5 at 8:35.
Number 5. We can turn this around without locking the country down.
What? Yeah, that little clip was from Dr. Anthony Fauci, director of the National Institute of Allergy and Infectious Diseases, forum at the National Cathedral yesterday night, saying there's no reason for a national pandemic lockdown. We can fight it with social distancing, hand washing, making sure that nobody sees relatives at Thanksgiving. You know, normal stuff that seems to be a what?
Number 4.
What is McConnell telling us? He's not one. He wants your scalp in the game, okay? That's what he wants. He's already telling us he's going to try to do to Biden what he did to Obama. And what that means is I hope everybody moves to Georgia.
I hope everybody moves to Georgia, everybody. There's Thomas Friedman. He's someone on CNN who was helping out Fredo on his program, trying to examine the senatorial race in Georgia. And listen, if we don't get the Senate, then McConnell's going to do to Biden what he did to Obama, and we can't have that. So you all need to move to Georgia to vote for Democrats. You know, you can do it at the last minute. What?
Number 3.
And I have a... Welcome to the program, everyone. I'm Christiana Manpour in London. This week, 82 years ago, Kristallnacht happened. It was the Nazis' warning shot across the bow of our human civilization that led to genocide against a whole identity. And in that tower of burning books, it led to an attack on fact, knowledge, history, and truth. After 4 years of a modern-day assault on those same values by Donald Trump, the Biden-Harris team pledges a return to norms.
Yeah, nothing to see here. It's just Christiana Manpour on CNN opening up her program this morning, comparing Donald Trump to the Nazis purging Jews. Nothing to see here. Everything. It's business as usual for the mainstream media. Disgusting.
Number 2.
And I have a general question about the House. And why did we lose so many seats? And what needs to be done to get them back next term?
So, you know, of course, the loss of the House majority is just extraordinarily upsetting to all of us.
Does AOC know something that we don't know? That's Alexandria Ocasio-Cortez. When asked by a constituent about losing seats in the House, she said they lost the majority in the House. Oh, we could only hope.
Number 1.
Dominion is a company that's owned by another company called Smartmatic through an intermediary company named Indra. Smartmatic is a company that was formed way back in about 2004, 2003, 2004. You're going to be astonished when I tell you how it was formed. It was formed really by 3 Venezuelans who were very close to the dictator Chavez of Venezuela, and it was formed in order to fix elections. That's the company that owns Dominion. Dominion is a Canadian company, but all of its software is Smartmatic software. So the votes actually go to Barcelona, Spain. So we're using a foreign company that is owned by Venezuelans who are close to Chavez, are now close to Maduro, have a history They were founded as a company to fix elections. They have a terrible record, and they are extremely hackable.
That's Rudy Giuliani yesterday on Newsmax, and he was talking about the Dominion machines and the software being used and how they're vulnerable to hacking and how the system runs the votes through to Barcelona, Spain, and hey, should we be worried?
Drew's 5 at 8:35.
Mike Opelka, pureopelka.com, joining us right now. It doesn't seem like there's anything to worry about. Is he right? I mean, if he's right, I think we got a lot to worry about.
Yeah, this whole if he's right, if true thing is really bugging me. I want to see the paperwork on that one. If that's true, it should be on every broadcast, every hour. We know it won't be on CNN because they're too busy covering Kristallnacht 2020. And
do you believe that
what
audio?
A clip. I don't. But I want the proof. I'm starting to get antsy because for days now, I've seen all the Giuliani quotes, and a part of me wishes that Sidney Powell was heading up the Trump legal team because I think she gets to it more, and sometimes the messenger hurts us. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I'm just throwing that out there.
Yeah.
Even though the Supreme Court doesn't care about the messenger, they care about the message. And maybe Rudy's holding all this back until we get in front of the Supreme Court. But the clock's ticking, Rudy. Come on.
Yeah, I'll play the other side of this because I can see where you and I and others get upset. It's like, let's see the evidence, show us. But then if you're a good poker player, do you show your cards? I mean, do you put it out there so that a media could start to destroy it, even if it's wrong, even if they're lies? The media lies all the time. All they do is lie. So why would you give them all the information that you have in a court case so that they can knock it down to influence a justice or two that may be watching their favorite news network and all of a sudden maybe be swayed by the gravity of this. I mean, if this happens, there's going to be rioting on the street. Well, there's tyranny now. So I don't have a problem with that. I have a problem with not following the Constitution and the rule of law. So maybe that's the issue.
The truth can't be afraid of tyranny. That's kind of where we have to go with this. And, I, for one, would love to see the real evidence. And I don't think unimpeachable evidence can be shot down by the media, no matter how biased they are. And they are biased. And, we've seen erosion of the credibility of Fox over this last week with the calls in the election. And they're paying the price in terms of ratings. Yep. And places like Newsmax are picking up and One America and all that. So so be it. If someone's brave enough to handle the truth and put it out there, I think we need it right now. Yeah. I think we really do.
Yeah, we need a hero. We need you, Mike Opelka. That's what we need you.
I like a sandwich, like a hero sandwich.
Okay, hold on. I'm not ready yet. Hold on. Wait a minute. Oh, hold on. Okay, I didn't get it. Okay, there, sorry.
Thank you. Your next act is from Philly. Hey, what the heck is going on in California?
What's going on in California now?
I was just looking at this, and I'm do the math with me on this, okay?
Yeah.
The governor says you can't do Thanksgiving. You got to do it outside, right? If you're going to do it.
No Thanksgiving.
No Thanksgiving unless you're eating outside, etc. But Thanksgiving's too dangerous. Attending church or any religious event, funerals, weddings, too dangerous. But if you want to make it rain because Fifi La Boom Boom is on the main stage, that's okay.
For those that are not familiar with Fifi La Boom Boom in the stage, could you elaborate?
Yeah, a judge has ruled that strip clubs being closed is a violation of the First Amendment, that free speech is being abridged if strip clubs are closed during the pandemic. So church, bad.
Right.
strip clubs good. Have we lost our mind? Is that the most California story that we've heard in the pandemic?
Yeah, well, and Chicago joining along, right? You've got the mayor of the city of Chicago, Lightfoot, saying, listen, all your usual Thanksgiving activities you might want to put on hold. That is where we're going? And then on Fredo's show, who was it? One of their many white-jacketed doctors, which I'm not really sure what they exactly do. They got a white jacket on, so you call them a doctor. On Fredo's show, who was saying that some of the other things, and I think it was a CDC guideline, right? You can't even sing. No singing. We can't have singing. There's no singing. That's what we're going to... So Christmas, Thanksgiving, no singing.
Yeah, and would you please get the mayor of Chicago's name correct?
What did I say? Lightfoot? What did I say?
Yeah, you said Lightfoot.
What is it?
Lootfoot.
Did I?
That's what we call it.
I got it. Okay. All right. Yeah, because I think about the singing and I think about Elf, right? You think about... Singing. No more. Now... There's no, because they're worried about COVID. They're smart in the North Pole. They worry about COVID and spreading COVID, so there's no singing in the North Pole. I don't know. I just wanted to play an elf clip.
It's mad. Well, why not? and now, you've got Scandinavian countries locking people up for offensive speech, and you could see that coming here.
Oh, you want to touch on that? So, because that I didn't touch on yet, but oh man, let's bring this up for a second, because the first part of this story that I was going to talk about, and then you can bring up the second part. The first part is I'm looking at. Did you see the tweet out by Abigail Schreier? She is someone who writes for the Wall Street Journal and Newsweek. She has a book out called Irreversible Damage: The Transgender Craze Seducing Our Daughters. Well, Target decided to pull that book off the shelves because somebody complained. And they said, yep, thanks for bringing it for the attention. We've removed the book from our assortment. So there's no book there. It's gone off the shelf at Target because she dare question in her book about the transgender craze, as she calls it right now, and what it's doing to our kids. And now in Norway, she might have a problem speaking there, I guess, apparently.
Well, they're jailing people for offensive speech. If your speech is deemed offensive, you could get locked up in Norway. And as someone who supports all speech, even speech that makes me uncomfortable or offends me, I just get very nervous about our First Amendment, but just as long as stripping's okay in California, I guess we're still safe.
Because that's what you do.
This is what you do.
It's what you do.
Do. Speaking of do, do you think Blaney is going to end up in a Biden cabinet should, God forbid, Joseph Robinette Biden Jr.
Wait, who?
become the president?
Who?
Blaney.
Oh, Blaney. Okay, I didn't hear you say it. No, I'm hearing, and maybe you can confirm this because you are all over the news here. I'm hearing that Bernie and Pocahontas are getting iced out of all of this. I'm hearing that they're not getting a warm reception from the Biden team. Is that what you're hearing?
Yeah, but only because of the implications, and they're going to wait. Biden's going to have to wait until after January 5th when the Senate is decided, the control of the Senate is decided, because if Bernie and Pocahontas are both bounced and into the cabinet, if they both get promoted up into the cabinet, those are two seats that could be given to Republicans because there are Republican governors in both states. So Bernie wants that spot ahead of Labor, and Pocahontas wants to destroy the economy, so she wants to be the Treasury Secretary and redistribute everybody's wealth. But and I will tell you, I think Biden is beholden to them. So he's going to be tight-lipped on this until such time as the Senate is no longer an issue.
Right.
And at which point you can say, what the hell, just give it to him.
He's beholden to a few different people, right? According to Black Lives Matter, he's beholden to them as well, right?
Yeah, Black Lives Matter is demanding a meeting, the founder of Black Lives Matter. But what's really more concerning to everybody, and should be the fact that Joe Biden got more money from tech billionaires and Wall Street billionaires and hedge fund billionaires than Donald Trump did. So who do you think is in the pocket of big tech and big hedge fund and big money? It's Joe Biden. He ain't Scranton lunch bucket Joe. He is big money Joe, honestly.
I'm looking at somebody who just texted, my group therapy sessions have been canceled in Nevada because they closed the brothels. That's not very nice.
That's not very nice.
No.
I feel for those people.
I'm
But,
leaving
you
that.
know, at least the Pope is focused on the important issues today, right?
Oh, what now? What?
Pope Francis.
What?
Pope Francis has said we all need to pray that robots don't turn on us.
Did he? What?
Yeah, he wants us to be certain that the robotics don't turn on man, that AI, which is at the heart of all of this new technology, will always serve mankind instead of stripping humanity of its dignity. Is the Pope watching Westworld? Is that what this is about?
Either that or he's not watching Westworld, and it's going to happen. It's a done deal. You can't. The genie is out of the bottle. It's just not. How do you stop that from? Because that's going to be one of the first things. Will be robots. Well, not just robots in space, but robots on the battlefield, right? And all kinds of weirdness is going to be happening. I don't like AI.
I think the Pope should focus on embracing the robotics because, you know, they could come up with robotic priests, which would solve a lot of problems in the Catholic Church.
Easy. 239-479-5590. Cards and letters, care of this station, Mike Opelka, and we'll make sure we forward those along. All right, before we go, trying to think of some other things that are going on. I try to convince Jake not to worry about the fact that today is Friday the 13th, because all that means is that you're going to will yourself into something bad. Don't think about it. Don't examine it. Who cares about the cat and the ladder and the glass and the thing and the mirror? Stop. Just stop it. Just stop all of it.
Yeah, it's fun to watch people who are obsessed with Friday the 13th. I just don't know what it must be like to live with that much pressure from stuff that really has no business affecting your life. So I feel bad for those folks, but just realize it's Bravo Sierra at the highest level.
Yeah.
And pay more attention to the Christmas tree in Cincinnati. I don't know if you saw it, but there's
I heard about it, and I witnessed a photo of it. I believe it's at your website. It looks like Charlie Brown would be proud.
It looks like Charlie Brown picked out the damn Cincinnati Christmas tree. You know, it's just wonderful. And a friend of mine said, hey, do you think they did this on purpose? And I said, yeah, I know a bunch of jackwagons in Cincinnati, and I could see them doing that. I could see them. Hey, it's 2020. Let's give them a tree they'll never forget.
Yeah, exactly. Look, and one of the things that we are excited about is that we don't have to worry here in the state of Florida ever about jaw-dropping mammoth alligators.
Alligators.
Did you see it? Oh, that was right here, and right at Valencia Golf and Country Club in Naples, not too far from the studios. There it was. If you have not witnessed that video, don't watch. Don't see it. Yeah, no, don't look.
It's like 900 pairs of golf shoes just waiting to be harvested.
Did they make golf shoes out of alligators?
Oh, yes, they do. About $1,100 a pair.
Is that right? I had no idea. Do they make them out of snake, too? Do they have snake skins?
Oh, yeah. You can get snake skin, but gator's really more. But it's waterproof. Look at that guy.
Yeah, well, I was going to say, he scares the water. That's why he's waterproof. He walks up to the water, and even the water's moving out of the way. Talking about parting the seas. All right, we got to go. All right, Mike Opelka, pureopelka.com, joining us on Daybreak 92.5 Fox News, right? All along with traffic. Oh, what's coming up? Forecast? Week News meteorologist Matt Devitt.
For today, mainly dry after we start with some patchy fog.